Welcome to the SPS Podcast, Statistics, Problem Solutions, where the Raw Brunch bring it to you live, raw, and uncut. We solving our problems through statistics, getting to the solution. So without further ado, let's go straight to our panelists. First up, Bino, what's up, brother? On mute, Brody.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My bad. How you everybody doing? Back, beautiful people. How y'all doing? I'm good.
Good. Next up in the building on the road, we got CJ. What's good, Brody?
What up?
Cooling. Giovanna, what's good with it?
Hey, how are you?
Good. Next up, we got PJ. What's up, Brody?
I'm doing good, man. Shit, happy Sunday.
Likewise, brother. And we got J. Ali. What's up with it?
Hey y'all, peace and love to the kings and the queens.
Already. Like I said, man, shout out to This Might Be Risky Discord, man. When y'all get a chance, make sure y'all head over there, become a member, man. Some dope conversations. Um, excuse me. So the show today, man, dating fatigue. Dating fatigue. That's what we're talking about today. We're talking about how dating fatigue can affect the way we looking at relationships, how it's affecting our mind states, and what we can do about it. So y'all know how we're gonna kick it off. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put up some statistics on the screen. We're gonna read them one by one. And I want everybody while I'm reading them to think of a stat that sticks out to you, and then you're gonna try to talk about why it sticks out to you and try to get some understanding as to why these statistics exist. So first stat by the numbers, 79% of American users reported emotional fatigue or burnout from dating. Over 89% of respondents also felt the need to step back from dating apps. According to the US Census Bureau, nearly 47% of the US population are currently single. That's 117 million people. Over half the men are looking for either a committed relationship or casual dates. Less than half of the women say the same thing. Almost half of adults, 49%, are focused on prioritizing their work life balance, and 13% are not interested in dating someone with a demanding job. Data from the Pew Research Center has found that 47% of Americans say dating is harder now than it was 10 years ago. In a clever survey of more than 1,000 Americans, data revealed that nearly half of the adults think that mental health is more important than marriage, followed by 44% stating that physical health is more important, and 31% think that personal growth, and 25 saying that debt-free is more important than dating. I'm gonna leave these up for a second, let y'all read them, and we're gonna get in some of y'all thoughts. Bino, what you got? What stat stuck out to you?
um, Probably that 80%, 79. We rounded off to the greatest denominator. 80% people have emotional fatigue or burnout from dating.
Uh-huh.
That
What you think
that
about it?
sticks out because I mean it shows that if you get an emotional fatigue from dating, that you ain't just dating, you ain't casually dating. So for me, it kind of if over 50% of dudes commit a date for commitment or even casual dating, and less than 50% of women do the same, that 80% then conflicts with that. Because if you get an emotional stress, that means you're not dating just casually. You're dating for a purpose because you're getting emotional fatigue behind it, right? I
Okay.
mean, that's how I decipher it. So like 80% is getting emotionally because everybody dating with a purpose, dating with emotions, dating with intent. 80% at least. And that shit making people tired as hell, man, because it ain't panning out, it ain't panning out. That
Okay.
mental health, I think, is the reason it coexists with that 80% too. A lot of people crazy as hell or got mental issues or trauma and they still trying to date. So yeah.
Okay. Jay. Jay Ali. What are your thoughts? What statistics stood out to you the most? So I'll put it back up on the screen.
Um, I think it was the last one. Let me see. Oh yeah. In a clever survey of more than 1,000 Americans, data revealed that nearly half of adults think that mental health is more important than marriage. That kind of stuck out to me, kind of because if they're saying that mental health is more important than marriage, I don't know. It's kind of made me thinking that um maybe they think that they can't that marriage will affect their mental health. I'm
Uh,
guessing
uh,
that's how that sounds to me. Because if you think that's more important, then are you going into it thinking that it's going to make your mental health suffer? So that's how I interpreted that.
that's dope. I like that. I like that. Let's go with CJ. Do you got the stat in mind? You want to pull it back up for you, brother?
No, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm with Jay. That was pretty much what I was gonna say. The fact that they felt that mental health was more important than marriage, it's almost as if they view mental health as like a burden, or going into that process could cause more harm than good. That they'd rather worry about healing and bettering themselves than to go into something already with the pretext that, oh, it's going to damage me. So that's how I felt about that.
All right, so based on that, do you all think that it's healthy for people to be prioritizing their mental health over marriage nowadays? Anybody? Why so?
Oh shit. I mean, why not? I mean, ain't no why so. You better worry about your own mental health before you worrying about taking on somebody else. Because in marriage, you know what I'm saying, now you coexist, whoever you are, coexist with whoever that person is. So if your
Okay,
mental health ain't right, you don't need to be trying to include somebody else into your coexistence. You need to be for. I think a lot of people don't. Okay, so I'm taking it. This age range is not, kiddies. I'm taking it as whole full adults. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So as a whole full adult, I think people realize like, yo, I need to worry about me for real. I need to worry about my inner child. I need to worry about my outer adult and everything before I worry about coexisting with another person. You know what I'm saying? So people choose their mental health over locking in with somebody, which I think you should do. So for me, that number is too low. 1,000 Americans. What it say? You know what I'm saying? What's that number of the people who say only 1,000? Them 1,000 doing the right thing. I'm part of them 1,000.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Now, before I get too much in depth about diving into our actual answers, we're gonna get Giovanna next, followed by PJ, and then I'll bring them back up for Saudi. So, Giovanna, what statistics stuck out to you the most?
I would say maybe the first one that Bino spoke of, the 79%, because that's she's talking about emotion. And a lot of the times, like nowadays, you hear people talk about emotional intelligence, but they leave off the emotional discipline part.
Ooh, tell me
So,
more.
right. So whether you're dating, just to be dating someone with their intent to be in a relationship with, or either not, you still need to have both. Because if you don't have the emotional discipline, then that's how you're going to fall in that side of you're drained
Okay.
and things of that nature. And those are very important conversations to have with your partner too. Not not just yourself, because it definitely can be a burnout whether you're doing either or as well.
I like that. I like that. That's fire. Okay, y'all came to pod today. All right, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. All right, come through, raw bunch. You heard me. PJ, what statistics stuck out to you? And don't worry, Saudi, I'm gonna go back through them and read them for you because I know you just getting here. We're gonna give you a proper introduction. We got you, your late ass.
Yeah, so the one that stuck out to me was the 89% stepping back from dating apps because I think that's one of the solutions for real. From what I hear, that people that use dating apps, people present themselves a certain way on the app, and then when they actually meet in person, they're not the person that they were on the app, and I think that adds to the fatigue. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm against dating apps in general. So that's what stood out to me.
Okay, so are you against the apps because people putting up facades?
Yeah, and I think it's just like more natural for us as human beings to actually go outside, interact, see how you operate in a certain area. You know what I'm saying? I think we've gotten away from that for real.
That's fair. That's fair. I like that. I like that. Saudi, what's going on with you? Y'all welcome Saudi to
Oh
the
yeah.
panel. What's up? What's up with it?
Hey y'all,
How you been?
I've been
Hey,
good.
first of all, you come in here too dry. It's our first time potting in months. Hey y'all, come on now, pipe it up, Saudi. Nah, I'm fucking with you. I miss you. I miss you.
I miss
Clear your
y'all too.
throat,
I
drink
didn't
some
even know
water,
it was
roll up on the
9
side.
for Javana. I was just getting up, so y'all gotta bear with me.
Them ham sandwich bothering you out there? You good?
Oh no, I love it here.
Okay. I hear you. Sound good. Blink if you're in trouble though.
I'm crying.
I'm gonna bring up the stats for you, Saudi, and we're gonna go back through. I want you to pick one. You know how we do it. Pick one that sticks out to you and kind of give us your rundown of it. So again, 79% of American users reported emotional fatigue or burnout from dating. Over 89% of respondents also felt the need to step back from dating apps. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, nearly 47% of the U.S. population are currently single. Over half of the men are looking for either committed relationships or casual dates, and less than half of the women say the same. Almost half of the adults are focused on prioritizing their work life balance, and 13% are not interested in dating someone with a demanding job. According to the Pew Research, 47% of Americans say dating is harder now than it was 10 years ago. And according to the Clever survey, more than 1,000 Americans, data revealed that nearly half of adults think that mental health is more important than marriage, followed by 44% stating that physical health is more important, and 31% thinking personal growth is more important, and 25% saying that debt free is all more important than marriage. Which one sticks out to you the most?
I guess I'm gonna piggyback off of PJ with the dating apps. I think like he said, it's just not natural. It's not natural, and then I can see where a lot of the dating fatigue will come from, because it's exhausted when you're trying to forge a connection with multiple people, and then I guess they ask him the same thing. It's just it could be a lot. It could be overwhelming. So I agree with that aspect of it.
So do y'all think that we should eliminate the dating apps altogether? Do y'all think they're ineffective? Tell me why. You got it, Peaches.
So I don't know if you're including just a regular social media apps as in the dating apps as well. I have seen some people actually form relationships off dating apps, and it's just more so they don't really have the time to actually get out and go in the public and so. Because even myself, even though I have the job that I have, I'm out, but I don't put myself out in that manner to meet new people and stuff. I could have been out all last night. As he just said, I was partying last night, but I was asleep. So I don't put myself in those environments. Sometimes when I'm outside, I go out there, have a good time, but I don't put myself normally. But and then you have some people that kind of do the same thing too, so it's maybe a little bit more convenient. But what I have seen from social media is people, they take their social media life whole seriously different than their what's going on in reality, and they're hold back the person that they actually dating, and it's you're living two lifestyles or so like that, and everything that you're doing for social media, but in real time I ain't say a lame or something, but you're not giving what you're giving for social media.
Oh no, call it what it is. Call it what it is. You think people ain't outside? Is that what's happening?
I mean, they're not. Sometimes they're not who they are on the social media apps, and that's what has that problem. Because even on some, I think I see on a Pop the Balloon, the guys are asking the ladies if I look at your Instagram, am I gonna see some skin, or or something like that. So, other people have their own, I'll say opinions about that too, but it's just that person not being who they are in real life, and that's what's causing the headache. And most people they're tired of using those apps because they feel like they're wasting time, perhaps.
Okay. So do you think that? All right. So who do you think is who do you think is a genuine person though? Is it the representative, meaning they feel free to say what they want because they're online, or do you think that in person is more of who you are? Who do you think? Which one or which face do you think is the closest to who they are, what they present, or them outside?
That's a good question.
It's a very good question.
Who you see, the person you see, not the social media person, or who they really are is the person that you meet.
Because
Why you
that's
say
the
that?
person that you are 100% of the
The,
time.
the social media person is the person they want to be.
But what if they
Exactly.
Right,
want to
but
be that person? What if they want to be that person, but they don't have the looks, the money, or wherever else in real time, real life? So they
Right,
pretend to be this
exactly.
person on social media.
Fake it till
Exactly.
you
So
make it.
that goes to the. That's why I'm answering the question is who they really are. Who they really are is who they really are. Who they really present. Who they want to be. Like you said, they might not have the money. They might not have the look. So they can't be that. They can't be the real representation of them because they don't have what they think they need to be that person. So those are the social media are the desires that they want to be. Who they present is who you desire. Who you want to be is what you present. Who you are is you could be the social media person 2 years from now, but as of today, you are who I meet, who I talk to.
But
what
I feel
about?
like you can
Go
still
ahead, Sophie.
represent. Oh no, I was just about to say you can still represent. Okay, so even if I don't have everything that I want to outwardly show, I feel like my character can still demonstrate that outside of social media. I may not have the rich lifestyle that I want, but I can be rich within myself to where I'm gonna get there eventually.
Yeah, but the thing about social media is they act like they're rich already. They don't act like they're going to eventually be rich. See what I'm saying? So you're
I
right,
guess.
but they don't say. one day I'm gonna be rich. They act like they rich today.
Well, I got a question for you though, Bino. Let's take it off of what they physically present. Let's look at the thoughts, meaning pay attention. Like when I ask this question, I'm framing it in the way, think about the way people post, like their opinions, their thoughts. If you compare that to what you see in person, who do you think is a more better representative of who they are? What they post or what you see on a date?
I think of what they post because for me, I ran into this. Like, it was this one girl, and I'm like, oh, she's such a sweet girl. But then, like, when I start to take a look at, like, some of the stuff that she was posting, I'm like, okay, it's giving very shallow. It's giving very, like, materialistic. So then I started to look at her in a different light because I'm like, so which one are you? Like, I guess that's what we're trying to determine. Are you what you outwardly say on social media, or are you really like the sweet persona that you display outside in the world? So I guess that is okay. I conflicting.
But for me, I judge it off me. Don't please don't judge me off my social media because I say everything under the fucking sun depending on the day of the week. And trust me, half the shit I say ain't me. It's just, I know what I'm doing. You feel what I'm saying? I know what I'm doing when it comes to this social media shit. You feel what I'm saying? So
But
that's
for the
why I say
people
what I
that's not
said.
being strategic like you,
It's not necessarily being strategic, it's being social. So who I really am, you will have to be around me to really know me, who I am like I'm not gonna go to the bar and tell you everything about myself. I'm not gonna tell you like my mom just passed away, my dad's a crackhead. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna tell you that. I'm gonna be social with you. I'm gonna say, hey, I'm gonna say social shit that gets social reactions, you know. But I
Okay.
understand that some people take their personal to social, so I understand what Saudi's saying too. But like, so you ask how I look, that's just my opinion. But let the other folks say what they got.
Oh yeah, I'm about to get around to PJ. PJ, what do you think? Do you think you are more what you post or are you more what you present?
You mean like present in person?
Yes.
Yeah, I still think you're more who you present in person. You know what I'm saying? Because what you post, it could be anything. Like it could be a funny meme or whatever shit you agree with. You know what I'm saying? But in person, you probably don't even talk that way for real. You know, like I know a bunch of people like that that'll post like some triggering post on Instagram just to be funny or whatever. But in person, they quiet, meek. You know what I'm saying? So I
Mhm.
think who you are in person, that's who you really are for real. And on social media, it's either who you want to be or whatever, you know what I mean?
Okay. I'm gonna go to Jay and then I'm gonna go with Javon and same question. Jay, do you think who you are is more reflective in how you post or how you show up in the world?
Um, I'm gonna say both, but so the person I am on social media is who I am when I'm comfortable with you, right? Because
Okay.
I'm very humorous. I like to play a lot, because I'm serious 8 hours of the day. I'm somebody mama. So I I'm not gonna say combative, but when I do have like my time to be myself and not be so serious, I'm
Mhm.
very playful. So it's both. But if I'm not comfortable with you, I am gonna come off kind of like shy because I don't know you. But yeah, if you go down my Facebook right now, all the stuff that I post on there is just me being my humorous self.
I like it. I like it. Bino, you on mute, brother.
So yeah, before you go to the next person, I just want to switch to Jay answer. I said, but it's both for me too. 'Cause I'm like that too. That's basically the bulk of me on social media. That's my comfortables.
Okay. Okay.
Like I switch to her. Like I'm serious in real life, but I'm very humorous on social
Online.
media. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you think if you had to ask somebody to judge you, put a percentage on it, Bino, how much of your online persona is encompassed in who you are?
It's so I guess it's kind of like who I want to be. I want to be an asshole. I want to be a dickhead. I want to be but I can't be that person in real life. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I said like that's who I want to be. I want to be my social media self. Like I want to say fuck the world with two thumbs up, but I don't. That's not me in real life. You feel me? I'm very caring and sensitive. You feel what I'm saying?
Nigga. He was a Cowboys fan, so y'all gotta take that with whatever comes with that part.
That motherfucker said Karen and sensitive. Dino?
The fuck?
All right.
All right, we gonna let him rock.
And not too
No
much on
pressure.
my boy.
He's a Cowboys fan, very contentious.
You know what I'm saying? Get him. Giovanna, what you think? You who you post, or are you how you present in the world? Which one you think represents you more?
I think I'm more so how I present myself, like every day in the world. So I will say on social media, I am very mindful. When I do post, try to be anyway.
Because you have to.
One, because you got somebody pastor up there. Just work people. Well, not nobody from my work particularly, but from that field. So I do be trying to be very mindful of what I post. But half the time it's like funny memes or something, if that. Or and I laugh in real life like real bad. So I'm that friend that be laughing out loud, literally when I used to that laughing out loud. So yeah.
Okay. So do you think that if someone were to say, all right, this is Giovanna, if they look on your line, if they look online and look at your post, how much of the percentage of what they saw would represent who you are?
I would say maybe I like to laugh. I would say at least 80%, if not
Okay.
more.
So you're
That's why
pretty
I say I'm very
consistent.
mindful. And I go back through and I go back to trying to clean up. But I would say I deleted Instagram for now, but Facebook for sure. I try to be mindful what I post, so it kind of has somewhat balance, because people, they be judging, especially military folks. They'll judge you
That's a
quick. So
fact.
I'm about to say, and employers definitely do look at social media nowadays.
Yeah.
what you
Okay.
said, Bino?
Y'all
You
use
said
your real name on social media?
Yeah, that's what I say. Why would you use your real name? That's crazy. I would never.
I mean, like, even if you don't use your social media, like, I mean, your real name, sometimes they still can find you. Like, it's just like, it's social media. It's not that hard to find people these days.
Nah, you right. It
If
ain't that
you
hard.
type in, yeah, so, yeah.
I do use my real name, one because of my job, two for some of the other stuff that I was actually dipping into. It
Mhm.
makes it easier for other to connect with other professionals and stuff like that, and then for the stuff I try to do in the community. So again, that's another reason why I'm very mindful of what I post on social media.
I ain't gonna lie, I be on bullshit in real life and online. I don't even know if I'm at a point, like, if you know my government, then that's good. I mean, you grow with me, but I'm at an age where I don't even give a shit. I'm caring a little bit more though. You know what I'm saying? But like, y'all know I'm pretty unfiltered in real life and
Yeah.
online. Yeah.
Hey man, listen. I don't care what social media platform I'm on. That shit is 100% me. I ain't about to be no motherfucking persona or be somebody different, man. That's crazy. Shit. I ain't about to be some half-ass person. I'm called CJ thanks to the government's public education. That's why my name is like that. Like, I'm me. God damn it. In person, on social media, what I type, what I read. If you go up there, scroll 10 years back, that was me then, that's me now. What I am today is what I was in 2011. Like, only difference is I'm taller, I got facial hair, I got a daughter. Nigga, ain't shit changed.
Talk your shit.
I just try to be like, I might try to talk nicer or reasonable to certain people depending on the situation out of respect for them. But deep down, I want to be like, nigga, shut the fuck up. Stop crying. Get over that shit. You sound dumb. Like, I want to really just say that shit, but at the same time, I want to get the point across too. So, sometimes you got to really word your shit differently. Otherwise, you'll never get the point across. But yeah, I mean, all day. You see my percentages? 100%. Okay. Just scroll down my shit. Pink phone. Like, that's
Honestly,
me.
I'm the
That's how I
opposite.
feel.
I'm the opposite of CJ. Like,
Mm-mm.
I
Hey,
don't.
CJ, your volume loud as hell, boy. God
Yeah.
damn. Hey.
Oh, so y'all can finally hear me now. God damn.
TN, my
Hey,
G.
but I gotta vouch for CJ. He is though. I gotta vouch for him. 'Cause I see
Yeah, nah, he's
the
consistent
shit
as
we
shit.
talk about in back chats and the shit. It's the same shit. That man solid
That
through and
man
through.
consistent as fuck. That's a
He
fact.
consistent as
He ain't
hell.
nothing
Hell yeah.
else, bro. It's consistent as shit.
Yeah.
Anybody got any more final thoughts on it before we move to our first video? Y'all good? All right. So before I even get to the video, I got one more follow up. Anybody can answer. We're gonna do a popcorn style. Everybody don't have to give a response, but do y'all think that this is a problem? So we just admitted that there can be a duality to what you post and who you are. Now, when we're talking about dating, Do you think that can be a problem?
I mean, if you have a partner that's not secure with your relationship, then I feel like it could be a problem. Because if you like a Facebook comedian like Bino, then some of the stuff I'm joking. Some of the stuff can be like, damn, my nigga over there doing too much. He need to calm down. So, like, if you're not
Mm,
secure with yourself and with your partner, then yeah, it could be a conflict of interest. But I feel
What
like if you're very secure with yourself and with your partner, then you should be like, oh, he just being who he is. Like, so
that's what I was about to say. What makes you a social media comedian? Being that people laugh, or being that you trying to? I don't be trying to make nobody goddamn
I know
laugh.
that, but I'm just, it was just for the, like, it was just for this little
I can't
scenario.
help
Cause
folk laugh. I
you
can't
got,
help folk
you
laugh.
make people laugh, you be having a little buzz. So it's like, if your partner isn't secure with their self, that can be kind of offensive to them, or it can make them
I
feel
feel you.
some type of way.
I
But
feel you.
if they know who you are from the rip, that's like they know what comes with you.
I feel you.
that's a fact. Anybody else?
I think like sometimes too, like your partner, you can put like some stuff I post. I think maybe more so Snap or something like that. It's just like your partner. They definitely have to be secure because you don't want them thinking that it's about your relationship or about your
Exactly.
situation or whatever the case may be. Because all the time I'll just be like some of the memes that I see is funny and it can connect to people that's on my threads and stuff, or even like some of the topics is something that I've seen that all right
It's
maybe somebody need to
relatable.
see. Right, it's relatable and somebody need to see it or something like that. It don't mean it's my situation.
That's
Cause
fair.
So
I've
as
done
long as
it too,
the person's
Giovanna.
secure. So right, like you said, as long as that person's secure and you're secure in your relationship or whatever your situation is, then it should be good. But at least still be very mindful to your partner as well.
Okay.
And
I
that
saw say let's walk down that secure road in posting. Let's say you with somebody that's not as secure. Do you change up the way you post and how you show up in the world if you in a relationship and if you dating?
I would say y'all
That
need to have that conversation because you shouldn't have to change
that's what I
in
was about to say too.
that
That should
aspect or so.
like
You can have
that's
a
true.
respectful relationship. I mean, excuse me, a respectful conversation about it, and then come to some type of whatever agreement or whatever. But that you shouldn't have to change just because of that person.
Okay.
I agree with that. I feel like you shouldn't have to change, especially if this was who you were coming into the relationship and they knew this. It's like it's kind of like a slap. Well, for me, it would be a slap in the face because it's like you knew who I was and you still proceeded to go forward with it. So I feel like we both was in agreement. Now, it may be some stuff like Giovanna said that we may need to like come to a middle and be like, all right, this may be a little bit too much. If you could pull back, but yeah, but like 100% changing, no.
Okay. So let's play this out in real time. Saudi, we together. I seen you post some shit. I'm walking in the crib. Hey, what's up, love?
What's up?
Ain't shit. Ain't shit. Yo, I saw that shit you posted on Instagram. Like, what was that about?
Oh, you ain't think it was funny?
Nah, I ain't low key. I think that, cause we together, I don't know. It looked kind of crazy. Like, why you post that?
Okay, so what was crazy about it? Like, what offended you? So I can have a better understanding.
Got you. It seemed as if you were insinuating you were single and you was on your hot girl summer shit and we be laid up. Like, what's up with that though?
Oh, for sure we'd be laid up. But I have a lot of girls who is still in their hot girl summer era. So when I seen it, it was funny and I just felt the need to repost it. But the world know you my man. So you should be cool.
Nah, the fucking world don't. No, they don't. No, they don't.
Get it, CJ. Get it, Vito.
I am crying. I'm pretty sure the world know because we at this point, if we laid up, like if we laid up, oh yeah. We got one, two
but
little pics out there.
that's the
They
But
thing
know.
now
though,
you
Saudi.
got my man looking stupid on social media though.
Yeah, you
Like
got me looking
now he
crazy.
looking like a fucking goofy because I'm the type of nigga. Let me know that y'all laid up and you put some posts and do some dumb shit like that. Oh God, I'ma hit up Jay like, yo, get your goofy ass girl off of social media with this dumb shit, bro. She making you look stupid. I'm that nigga that would do that. I'ma call your ass out.
Talk your shit. Yeah, so I'm saying, Saudi, like, we ain't even posted up. Like, we were on that date. I mean, I think you posted my arm or some shit, but like, you ain't even post me in a while. You talking about hot girl, something like, what's good with it though?
Put them little emojis in front of my face and shit. Hell no.
Yeah, what's good with it though?
Oh, see, I didn't know this was gonna be the scenario.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Like, I thought it was funny, but I apologize if it offended you. Um,
Hold
I'll
on.
try to pull back more
So are
and
you
not.
are you apologizing? Are you apologizing because it offended me, or you apologizing because you apologize for the action? Which one are you apologizing for?
I'm apologizing because it's offended you.
Oh,
Because
so
I
you
don't
don't
want you
think
to
there's
be
nothing wrong with it?
offended. I
Okay.
don't. Because, like I said, if it's a hot girl, I can have a hot girl summer and not have a hot girl summer. Like, you know, or no.
No, I don't get it
Because
because
I
we're
could be
not.
outside and it could be a hot girl summer, but it's very, classy most of the time with my man. And I could have a hot girl summer and it could be ratchet. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a hot
Hey,
girl,
hey, hey,
fun
if this was still
filled
the script,
summer.
Jay, drop her. Drop her. Nah, she done. Party over. We done did that. Say she wanna have a
Nah,
hot
I
girl
just don't.
summer.
Because,
Enjoy
like,
your tan this summer. Hey, dog, dead that shit. We about to get you a new girl during March Madness because she gonna be gone before the summer even comes. Fuck out of here.
We got you
She
I
just
today.
don't
said
know
that was
because
laid
I wouldn't
up.
have
We're gonna
posted
keep
no
the
hot
role
girl.
play
Like, I
going.
don't know. Like, that whole thing
Mhm.
caught me off a loop because I would have to post that anyway. So,
Yeah, I know. I know. I was just throwing you some curveballs in there, trying to keep it realistic, because that's how it would go, right? Like you would post something, the guy you with would be like, "Yo, that was kind of wild." Like, we be laid up doing our thing. Like, why would you post that? That's how I really go. Am I lying? Was that off base? Y'all think that question was off base from the guy's perspective? Does it happen like that?
Nah,
I
see,
don't know
because
because
in
I
me, I'm
never
a little
really had
different.
no man be offended by anything that I posted. Like, I didn't even know how that conversation would even go.
See,
Yeah, I
I'm a
know
little
it don't,
different.
but
See, me, like, see, me, if like, well, I learned this from experience, and I ain't say I always been like this. But what I have learned though is when you single, you do single stuff, and when you decide to commit to somebody, you have to consider, regardless if it's insecurities or not. If you decide to commit with them, you have to consider their feelings, their perspective. You have to consider it. So even though, quote unquote, some people might label me a Facebook comedian, bro, like I really just like my inner self, like you know how we all got our inner self that we don't release. Some shit with my inner self, like I'm kind of foolish. So like some shit I do say that I know gonna get reactions, but I know it's really not how I will act on things. I know is what if I get 100 likes because 100 people either think like me or act on it or think like me and don't act on it. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah.
So if I meet you on social media and we decide to commit down the line, I will reconstruct how I control my social media traffic because I'm considering you. You feel what I'm saying? Like you have to do that when you commit to somebody, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's like, like Saudi said, the classy stuff. Okay, I know you're classy, but nobody else don't see that you're classy. Everybody see just hot girl summer shit. And your that perspective is going to get 300 people in your fucking inbox. And I don't have time for you to decipher when we argue if you're going to respond on that day or not. So go ahead and show who you really are too, because I do both. I show who I really am. Like I might get 3 likes on who I really am. I get 100 likes off the Facebook comedian shit. You feel what I'm
Mm,
saying?
okay. That's fair. That's fair. Jay Ali, what you think about the exchange? Was that realistic? Do you think that someone that's in a committed relationship can challenge you if what you post on social media ain't representing it right?
Yeah, I think that was a good representation. If the person that you're with actually speaks up when they see an issue, yeah, that's normally how it would go.
Anybody else got any thoughts? Any more thoughts on that?
Javonna, like she had
What you
something to
got? What
say.
you got, Giovanna?
So I'm laughing because I really just went through the ringer with that.
Oh, well,
Oh
you should have
Lord.
used Javonna thing then because I was clueless.
um,
Oh,
it was more so speaking towards like relationship stuff or whatever. Some stuff that I had posted on my Snap. That's how I know I gotta. What's wrong? What's going on? I don't agree with that. So I said, okay, it was not towards you, and I gotta. Are you sure? And I said yes, and kind of how I rolled out.
What you gotta give us
Nah,
some more
whoever that
context in that,
mystery man
Giovanna.
is,
I need
nah,
a
See,
little
but
whoever
they
that
more
see,
mystery
I
man
like
context
is,
that.
in
need to
That was
that.
shut her
okay.
down
That was
too.
very,
Shut her down.
nice, easy, and simple.
And I ain't post nothing else. So,
Javana
yeah,
got nervous, boy. She
you
got
took
she got she got she got addressed and got nervous.
And then look, she tickled about that shit too, boy. She tickled. See what I'm saying?
Because it caught me off guard. That's why. I'm like, out of all the stuff that I do post, you'll never say nothing. This
Mhm.
one thing you say something about. That's what's the funny part about it. I'm like, all right, I understand
Okay.
what you're saying. I move accordingly.
Got you. I like that. I like
Yeah,
that.
because it's social media more important than your significant other at this point.
Oh no.
Exactly. So you gotta consider them in certain shit. 'Cause at first it was weird to me. Like, how did I meet you? How did I gain your attention for my same personality? But now that's the same personality
Right.
that you're sitting here asking me about. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, nigga, or you were single then, nigga. Like, I bagged you.
Mm.
It's time to like let's reconstruct this shit. Maybe I'm just saying, like, maybe I'm just too soft. Maybe there's some light skin shit in me. But I'm gonna consider now. I'm gonna consider. Cause at first I'm like, you tripping, man. I ain't nobody think about that shit. I'm consider it now. You feel what I'm saying? That shit.
You in the blender, big dog. But I see what you're
B
saying. That
don't
makes
want to be
sense.
so
He do. He do. Well, we're gonna get to our first video as an icebreaker. I ain't even gotten to the questions yet. This has been good dialogue, man.
That's why
The
I ain't
first
want to be
video,
up here today. Cause she ain't want her up here today.
yeah, you are blended, boy. They got you
yeah,
in the
because we ain't
blender,
catch
Go
boy.
ahead,
none
go
of
ahead, go
that.
ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, we'll get you right.
Go ahead, go ahead,
We're
go
gonna
ahead.
get to the first icebreaker video, man. This one is off topic but on topic. It speaks more to the backside of being in relationships, but we're gonna actually walk the fatigue down. But before we do, I want to get to our first video, get y'all thoughts on it. Y'all ready? Let's
Mhm.
do it.
If I love you, I can't lie to you.
Of course you can lie to me. And you will. If you love me and you're going off with Maddie someplace, you're lying to me. Because what the hell do I care about the truth? I care if you're there. What Billie Holiday say, hush now, don't explain.
All right, I accept that.
What does the truth matter? And why are you going to be truthful with me when you lie to everybody else? You lied when you smiled at that cracker down the job, right? Lie to me, smile. Treat me the same way you would treat him.
I can't treat
You
you the way I
must.
treat him.
You must. I've got the frowns and the anger. He's happy with you. Of course he doesn't know you're unhappy. You grin at him all day long. You come home and I catch hell because I love you. I get least of you. I get the very minimum. And I'm saying, fake it with me.
I can't give a performance all day on the job and come home and give a performance all night in the house.
Okay, so one of the performances will stop.
Yes, but who's going to pay the rent?
The rent will have to get paid.
The price of the rent is my smile.
Tough. Any thoughts?
Before you get into it, can I do a mic check? Can I do a mic check right quick, y'all?
Yeah,
Before you get
we
into
you,
it.
brother.
All
You good? Mhm.
right, cool.
You good? Anybody had thoughts? Lie to me. When is it okay to tell the truth? If you're wearing multiple faces, who gets shown what? Let's talk about it.
That was a deep video.
Yeah, I would agree too. To me, excuse me, it sounds pretty deep. Me personally, I want to say the whole lie to me thing. Because I ain't trying to start that whole serious thing or whatever. I'm the type, hey, just be upfront. If it hurts, it hurts. If I need to move around it, I move around it. Or I need to cut you off, I cut you off. But don't lie to me. Because 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna be the person to have your back when other people fold around you. So don't lie to me.
I
Okay.
think what she was saying though, can I iterate something for Giovanna so she can
Yeah,
reiterate
give it
her
the
answer?
context.
It
Absolutely.
wasn't a lie. It wasn't a lie like as far as did you do this? I didn't do it. It was a lie more so like if you can fake it here, then
With
even if you
them.
don't feel like it, come home and fake it with me. So it wasn't necessarily
Right.
a lie. She meant like
Right.
you fake it at your job with these people, with these crackers. Excuse me, because
Right.
I know it's some beautiful white people that watch our stuff. But you fake it with these white people. Why
Ham
you can't
sandwiches.
not come home and fake it with me? So not necessarily a lie. So
Right, no, I get it, but still, I ain't for the lie to crew or faking it crew, because I want to be I want to be authentic. I want an authentic relationship. So no, don't fake it. If where we have ain't hitting, then just
Okay, so that means you agree with Baldwin. Because Baldwin was like, no, I fake it with them because they don't mean shit. Like I fake it
and
with them because that's
and
where
I
I
gotta
make my
pay
money.
I
I gotta
fake it
pay
because I gotta pay the
bills.
rent. Yeah.
Right. I keep it real with you because no, I can't fake it both places.
I'm not
And
gonna.
I feel like
Even
trying
at
to
work,
fake
I
it.
don't fake it. That's probably why I'm probably the most hated
Mhm.
at work. I ain't says most hated, but they know I get this done at work. So like I said, I just don't want to. It's a lot. You got to
So
fake
you
it in this
carry your
person.
military stuff. Say for instance, you had a man, y'all was engaged, about to get married. You would carry your military sergeant, because I hate saying your rank part, because I know I'd be probably disrespecting. I know you high rank. So the high ranking Javana is going to bring that same energy to the crib to your man? Is what you telling me?
I know. So one, no, but both of the backgrounds are the same. I would never do that. But work, I talk about work no more than 20 minutes. That's my cap on work. Now, unless I got like a demanding situation that's going on at work, I don't talk no more than 20 minutes. If we need more than 20 minutes to talk about work, we agree to it and we move and we go through it and we move on. But no, at work I am more in my masculine. It's a whole different level. And I know CJ, you probably can pick up where I need to be at work until where I need to come home. I come home, I want to be feminine. What is that, soft girl era, honey? Run the tub, cook something,
Yes.
Okay, so that
lay out
man,
something
he has
funny.
to smile. He has to smile and act nice to them people that employs him, that gives him them checks. He has to do that. But when he come home, all right, go ahead. Y'all somebody else do
Yeah,
it
I was
because
about to
I don't
say we
But
want
gonna
it's
get
just
to
I
hold
guess
on.
what she's saying, like from what I feel like, it's like, all right, I know you faking it all day because like that's how I feel. Like when I'm at that job, like I'm exhausted because I'm faking it. From the moment I walk in to the moment I walk home, walk out. So then having to get off of work and then still have that same momentum to have to deal with my children, it's like, you know, you have to get like I can't be burnt out with them just because I've been burnt out all day because they don't deserve that. So it's like I have to give them grace and I have to like muster up everything that I can just to be cool, calm, and collected because like even though I'm exhausted, it's like they still deserve more and they still deserve me to show up. So it's all about showing up, even when you can't.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, before we get any deeper, let's introduce our new panelists. First off, Indy, what's
Hey
going on? How
y'all.
you doing? What's up, Indy?
Brother!
What's going on with it? How you been? I ain't
You
seen
know
you in
what
forever.
time it is, right?
Wasn't Indy up here? Indy came up
Yeah, she
before.
came up before.
Yeah, yeah,
That's my
yeah. Hey,
stylist.
Indy.
What's good
Hey,
with it?
first
And we
of
got
all,
Sherelle, Spicy Sherelle in the building. What's up, love?
Hello, how y'all doing?
We good, man. We
I
getting
Hey
love
to it.
Sherelle
y'all.
energy, son. Sherelle, like I'm glad she up here. We about to turn up now. Sherelle on this
Hold
bitch.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Is that the same one that said that black men need to get white women? Hold on, no, no,
That's
black
Sherelle from
women get.
Discord. From This Might Be Risky. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
oh.
Sherelle. That's the homie.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
that's that's the dog.
Absolutely.
That's my new. She don't even know, but that's my new
Yeah, that's
dog.
the
Right?
homie.
She could never leave me now, dog.
Not too much on Sherelle. Not too much on
That's my.
Sherelle,
I
man.
fuck with Sherelle.
That
Hey,
part.
Sherelle.
All right, so we could continue the convo. So based on the video, you had Giovanni, which was making the plea to Baldwin that if you can fake it at work, if you could have a work face and you show them the best parts of you at work, when you come home, you should continue to fake it. Baldwin's retort is, well, I fake it at work because that's why I make money. I shouldn't have to fake it with you. It costs too much to fake it both places. Who do y'all think is right? Who do y'all think is wrong? Why? Anybody?
So can I just finish real quick? I was about to say something
Sure.
before you hit into this. So at work, I did this development session. So I was the only female,
Mhm.
only person of color at my job. So I had a conversation with men because I'm with them 24/7, and I'm just like, we talked about emotional intelligence, emotional discernment, and compartmentalizing things. A lot of them, they didn't know what the word compartmentalize even meant. Some stuff. So we talked about why you feel this way and identifying more than anger, either they were happy or they were angry about something. So it's helping them to identify other emotions and how to cope with it and how to compartmentalize stuff. So how Saudi was just like when she walk in the door, and when she walk out, she got to go to her kids and stuff. I get it. And you compartmentalize work over here. You put it in this box. Now you gotta move over to this box and process stuff and maneuver that way. A lot of times, the people they just want to have everything that they have going on, and they just want to take all of that to the house and not really compartmentalize. Because I know when I step in to go to work, I ain't thinking about nothing at home. As long as they safe at home or whatever we got going, as long as everybody's safe, ain't got nothing to worry about. I move over to my next compartment and deal with this work stuff accordingly. And when it's time for me to walk out the door, if I jump in my truck, because I jump in my truck, I'm probably paying some 3 6 or something to the house. I am like I done jumped in another compartment because I'm preparing or whatever movement I want to feel when I go home. I'm jumping into that box.
That's
And I think
fair.
like that should be like another practice that we should do.
Okay.
I
So
have something to when
go ahead,
everybody else
Saudi. You
go.
good? You good, Saudi?
And I just was about to say, I feel like too, if your house is a safe space, like I know you're gonna come home and you're gonna be stressed and you're gonna be tense. But it's like if we there, I don't feel like that energy should still be there. Like I feel like when you see me, you should feel some type of relief. Like, all right, I'm about to go talk to my partner. We about to figure out how we about to manage my anxiety or whatever's going on. So I feel like your house should still be your safe space to be able to decompress and to be able to get that load off to where you're not being like this asshole because you had to deal with all this all day. Like, I don't know if I'm explaining it right.
You
You
are,
are. That's
but
why you don't get in a relationship until you deliver from your demons. Because first of all, people be dating people and don't even know how to balance. Like you get me, you know how you got me, and then you stop after a while. Like what's going on here? So I'm not important to you no more. Is what you saying? You finna come home and just be an asshole. I'm not having it. I'm about
Yeah,
to
like,
bounce if you don't get it together. Cause I'm secure enough in myself to know what I want and don't want. We not finna change up now just cause you got a lot of stress at work. Tell me, give me a job to do. I'm with you for a reason. Tell me what it is I can do. Keep me involved to help you relieve your stress. Don't just have this mindset and this energy coming in the door. I'm not with it.
anybody
because
else?
at
Hey,
this point, I
hey,
feel like you making a home a toxic place where I'm gonna start being glad that you at work because every time you come home, you got this temperament with me.
Damn. Okay. So, time out. Look, just for clarity before we move forward, do y'all ladies agree with the way Baldwin explained it, or do y'all want to encourage the way Giovanni wanted him to show up?
I want to address both. Both of them
I
need
agree a
some
hundred
work.
percent with what he said.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
What were
you
you
good.
saying,
Both
Andy?
both of them need work.
In
because
what
I got
way?
some questions that's from the audience that's relevant to what y'all saying, and I'm not trying to lose it, Strata, but I don't want to lose the audience too, because they ask some questions like, and maybe the women advocate, we got much love. He says, why won't the woman just say, I'll delete it? It could be all so easy. Then you got Ladrea. She says, why not just try to find something that brings peace so it doesn't have to be any faking period? I understand it's hard to find jobs and etc. Therefore, work and home don't have to collide. And she said something that I was going to touch on, but I just want to put that out there real quick, and maybe maybe the panelists can iterate their answers into those questions as well.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get back to that in a second. So, for clarity, you all think that the way the conversation went, both of them were off key or off
Yep.
based?
Yep.
Okay, we'll start with Baldwin. Tell me how he was off base. Then I want you to tell me how you think Giovanni was off base. Then we're gonna get Sherelle in there.
He don't know how to balance everything in his life. Like she said, I'm sorry, what's your name?
Saudi
Giovanna?
or Giovanna.
Giovanna
Yeah.
said compartmentalize. He got issues with that, and that's not her fault, and she shouldn't have to deal with that. And for her, she needs to become more secure in herself to where she's not dependent on him solely to fulfill herself in a relationship. So both of them got work to do. He need to figure it out, and she need to get it together, or they just wasting each other time.
Okay. Sherelle, what
Right.
you got? What are your thoughts?
No, I think Giovanni was right in this. I think Baldwin was off. I think people need to stop making excuses for what you have to do in the world, meaning the person that's closest to you deserves the worst of you. If you do you love the money and the security more than you love the person that's next to you? Because if that's the way you're treating them, it's gonna always be an issue. Overcome that, move around, especially in today's day and age. It's kind of sad how we can have love for something that don't have love for us, but the people that love us the most, we feel justified to treat them any kind of way because they'll love us anyway.
That's a bar. That's a bar. I like it. I like it.
Right, but somebody that's secure enough in themselves would be like, you get it together or I'm out the door.
Mm.
You know what I think? I think them having the conversation for general purpose is a right in the right direction. Like I ain't gonna
No,
say
for
she
sure.
wrong for feeling how she feeling, or he wrong for feeling like how you feeling. Them having that conversation is what a lot of regular people in the everyday don't have.
It's a
The
start.
conversation, the co- it's a start to success.
Mm-hmm. Somewhat.
So I guess the
I
question
feel
would
like
be like if they ever have the conversation too, like, all right, I'm pretty sure that's not the whole clip of that,
Hmm.
but Y'all know I'm bad with movies and everything else. but if it's just like, all right, if they can get to transfer that conversation to where of how he could change to make her feel that the way that she needs to feel at home, I think that would help in it, because like you said, like said, they having the conversations, and so that's the start. So if you make those changes, but don't ask him to fake it, but more so ask him to help change the thing at the house so that you can both parties can get that fulfillment that they need within each other.
That's fair. PJ, where you stand on this, brother? What PJ? PJ, where you at with it? Do you think that Giovanni was right in her thought process, or Baldwin?
For me, I lean more towards Nikki's side because I'm in the military also, and I keep my work and my home life separate because your home life, that's supposed to be your safe haven. So for me, I ain't dragging the ills and whatever frustrations from work into the home. It's supposed to be my safe haven. So even if I am mad, I'm not going to show that, you know what I'm saying? But I will have a conversation if something is bothering me, but I'm not going to make my woman catch hell because of some motherfucker pissed me off at work.
That's fair.
Right. Because
Right,
that's what I
because
was
now you
saying
passing
earlier.
spirits
Like,
around.
you definitely got to figure out like how to leave like the job at the job, because whoever you're dealing with at home, they don't deserve that, and that's just bottom line.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Anybody got any pushback for resetting before you get into the home?
You
We
better
all kind of
pray.
agree on that.
Whatever religious beliefs you have, you do what you got to do to clear the air, clear your energy. Cry, do what you got to do. Let your partner know what's going on. So when you do be acting crazy and wacky, they know and they can understand. Like, today's not a good day, babe. Anxiety's getting the best of me, so I might be a little weird.
So
Yeah,
do
Yeah.
you
I
and
think
feel
that?
that.
Go ahead, Sherelle.
no, I was just saying like we don't want to normalize making it seem like you can't have a bad day, but understanding that your significant other isn't the problem. That's your teammate trying to solve the problem. So if you have to give her a heads up, like, babe, it was a rough day. Okay, now she at home. She didn't put the kids to sleep early. She got your favorite meal. She got a bath water. Like, you know what I'm saying? Give you the bill, roll your blunt, whatever you like to do. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And just leave you alone because you need peace. But set her up to let her know what's going on. Don't just come slamming the door, slapping the kids, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have better communication. Don't come here kicking over the children with little forts. Fuck your little fort.
My my only pushback, and that's me coming to with assumptions, because if she's that, you see how her tone was when she was talking to him. You see how her questions was being asked. Now, if she's like that all the time, he did as wrong for being the way he is when he come home. But from experience and from personal experience and just listening to everybody else, most women don't be that easy monotone as Bob. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it got to a point where they had to talk like that. Now she adds on to the bullshit he did at work, which is 9 times out of 10 why I'm slamming these damn doors and knocking these goddamn glasses over on the counter. You feel what I'm saying? Because you added on to it. Your ass ain't always that easy and monotone with me. You know what I'm saying? But now that we gotta have this conversation, because it seems like a setup, right? It seems like they was organized to have that conversation. So my only pushback is, if she's not like that, then she don't get that same response that she got from him in the conversation we just seen. Because a lot of women in relationships don't think about what you just went through 8, 10 hours, 12 hours at that. They don't think about that. So when you hit the door, why you ain't take the trash out before you left out? Why the grass is still fucking growing? You know what I'm saying? They don't be like, babe, babe. They don't be like that. You feel what I'm saying? So
But
it's a lot of
a man is
illusions when it
not
comes
a
to these
man.
videos you be picking, Strata.
I'm
No, he be trying to send us to the
ex-military
ringer.
too. I'm ex-military too. So one thing they teach us in the military, it's not how they saying it, it's what they saying. And also, women are emotional. It's not a man's job to respond the way we coming at you. You calm it down because you the boss man. You see I'm coming at you about something crazy, as long as it makes sense. Your response is everything. You don't fight fire with fire, period. As long as I'm not saying you
Oh, I agree.
bitch nigga cussing at you, da-da-da. It's how, look at what I'm saying. I'm emotional. It might not come out right. You set the tone.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not laughing at you.
Shout
I'm
out to
laughing at the
him.
comment that was just
Yeah,
up
shout
there.
out to
Sorry, he
him.
said what
Yeah, him
movie?
wildin'.
What we gotta think CJ in. That's black presidents for
Yeah,
sure.
that's dead presidents. Dead presidents all day.
Dead
Hey,
presidents.
dead
That's dead
presidents. Hey,
presidents for
Presidents
sure,
all
Ham.
day.
don't cap. I watched that shit 2 days ago.
That's
No cap.
dead. Yeah, that's dead presidents right there, Ham. That's dead presidents all day
Shout
right
out
there.
to Hemp, man. And this might be risky crew, man. Make sure
I
y'all
have a
join that
question.
Discord, like, comment, and subscribe to his channel. He got some
For
dope stuff
sure.
going over
Fire.
there. Fire family. What you got, Giovanna?
Fire.
So quick question. So like I share how I handle like work afterwards. You know, no more than 20 minutes. And if I don't need my whole 20 minutes, I go push you to other 10, 15. If you don't need it, you can just dump it. So do y'all actually handle those conversations? Like if I know that I'm having a character challenging day and I know that I had to use bad days and I know that you're having one too, being the fact
Mhm.
that I probably kill a little bit more of yours, probably a little bit more fired up than mine, I can. It's a process. Normally for mine, it's just a process that probably need to be figured out, or somebody's ego got stepped on. And that's it. But I would
Mm.
push my 15 minutes. I use about 5 minutes so you can know about my work day. I give you that, and I'm like, all right, I got it under control. Then I push the rest of my time to you. If you choose to take it, if not, you still got your 20 minutes to talk. Now let's do something like very extreme that we need to talk about. We'll go beyond but work and stuff. How do y'all do that if you have
I
that?
think that I think you're doing the right thing, Giovanna, by making space for it. Right. I think that I think people have their ways of decompressing, but I do think it is important to decompress to show up as your real self when you
Yeah.
get home. Right.
Yep.
But I do think that, well, the way I do it is I try to, when I get home and on my ride home, I'm literally leaving work at the door, right? When I clock the fuck out, I clock the fuck out. Like whatever was going on at work stays at work. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't bring that shit to the crib. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very rare that something happens at work that triggers me from my commute to the crib to when I'm bringing it in the house. Like that's kind of rare. But I think in the case that it would happen, I don't know. I think that these conversations can get weird in theory because y'all know in real life it don't go like that, right?
No,
Be
Right.
I
like, babe,
don't.
how's your day going? Nah, they was on bullshit at the job, blah, blah, blah. They be on bullshit. Yeah, I know. And then y'all kind of move on to the next thing. Like it ain't really that big of an issue, I think, right? Am I off by thinking that way?
I don't know.
No.
I be asking, I'm like, who pissed you off? I need to pull up. Look, who I need to look. I'll ask that. No,
You know
good
what?
girls ain't about to go there with them good folks that act a fool, but I still would say something.
You know something?
But
I
Giovanna,
think
you know what? Go ahead. My fault. Go ahead. Go ahead,
no,
Sherelle.
it's okay. I think that the goal should be for women not to work. Women in relationships, I think it's tough trying to be a full-time like career woman and a full-time like
Partner.
housewife. Yeah. I just think that, I know financially sometimes we both have to work, but if we gotta cut back, supplement, invest, do whatever, the goal should be for the woman to not be working. When I was in my relationships, them having a bad day at work, it didn't matter because I wasn't working. So I just had all this energy of, oh, baby. You know what I'm saying? I think about that. I'm not frustrated because I've been doing nothing all day. You know what I'm saying? So it's just so easy to be like, okay, let me just put you in the tub and wash you and feed you and get you right, ready to go to work tomorrow. Like some days, if my ex was having a bad day at work, I would just go to his job. You know what I'm saying? Or I could show up with food, just be like, I'm gonna just chill here. You know what I'm saying? Because I had the freedom to do that. But it gets even tougher when I'm having a bad day at work and you having a bad day at work. And we just come home with complete chaos, you know? And sometimes we are just stuck in these jobs where we hate them, you know? I just don't think we need to be doing that shit. We need to move around. Like I would quit a job, baby. What?
Nah, that shit.
I got you
I
Nah,
gotta
that
would
shit
keep
makes
some
a lot of sense
you
though.
gotta keep some fucking money because when people start playing with you and you need that money, you like, I'm just here so I don't get fined. You know what I'm saying? But you keep that fucking money, you be walking in there like, who tripping in this month? Give me a
Nah,
reason.
that
I
that
go
shit
my
makes a
pretty
lot of
ass
sense.
home.
That's a fact.
That shit
That's a
makes
fact.
I agree, and it makes a lot of sense. And even somebody commented, even Venus commented and said she said that like she think women thrive better at home, and that makes a lot of sense, yo. With Sherelle and Venus commented, that makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense.
Is it realistic in today's economy and society? Is it realistic?
if you move the way
For a
you need
percentage
to
of
move, it's
people, it
definitely
is.
Majority, most of the world can do that.
I
Come on,
think so.
just some of that.
I think so. Y'all don't understand that if women leave the workplace, they're gonna have to pay y'all triple.
That's fair. I
You
like
know what I'm
that. That's a
saying?
good point.
Because it's gonna be so much. So if women are not there, you lose half the workforce. So they're gonna
Mm,
have to pay y'all more and more jobs to be in demand. So the money is not gonna actually go away, y'all, because y'all will get an increase in the pay. But a lot of times women want to work a lot because we're like materialistic. We want purses and bags and trips and things like that, you know. So I do think sometimes in this economy we may have to work, but we don't need to be working until we're miserable, you know. And we don't need to be focused on that more than we're focused on the family. You need to have a goal to set to say, okay, we both making 100K. I'm not spending my 100K. This is all for investment. We'll live underneath his, and then all of mine is for investment. Or you know what I'm saying? Now he could pay all the bills up and we won't have to worry about bills. So the income, we can take more trips this year. You know what I'm saying? It's different ways that you can do it when you become financially literate. Spend the bread on somebody teaching you if you don't know.
Heavy on
fair.
the financial literacy, because if we become free for the United States, like as far as supplying our own food, having our own land, educating our own children, then it's like both
I
people
like
really
her. I like her. Just
don't
let y'all
have
know.
to.
I like her. I like her, Strada.
Shout
That's
out
what
to
I was saying.
Saudi.
I was just telling my best friend I'm like, I'm about to buy me a land, about to put me one of them little trailer
I'm trying
houses
to
on
tell
there.
you, like, I'm
About to
trying to get a
start growing my
compound.
own
Like,
food. Y'all ain't gonna be. I'm giving me a little pond, give me some
look,
fishes in there.
you ain't say
Listen,
nothing.
okay.
I be on it, like, because it's even like it's a lot of stuff that we don't know about the government and how we can like they really owe us, like, and I'm not even talking about the little what is it, the 2 acres in a mirror or whatever, however it
40
go.
acres in a mule
40 acres,
reparations.
40
Yeah,
Yeah.
acres in the mule.
they
40
Salute
they
out
acres a
to
owe
lot of
us
Saudi.
land. I
they
see why
owe
they
us
ain't give us 40
everything.
acres. That's a lot of land to get one
I,
person,
Yeah,
boy. They
all
won't have
right, y'all.
shit. They would have gave us 40 acres.
They
I
wouldn't
like
have
that.
shit if they wouldn't have come over here stealing.
That's a
Yeah,
fact.
exactly.
that's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a
You
fact.
know, go
That's a
both
fact.
ways. All right, y'all. Let's welcome
That's a
Venus
fact.
to the stage. What's up,
Hey,
Venus?
girl.
Venus,
Hey,
Hi,
Venus.
people. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. What's
Yep.
up with
hi.
you?
Hi, I'm doing good. I made it, Strada. I just left work. Speaking of work, god damn it. Okay. Um, I hate that shit. But so what I was trying to say though, real quick about I think women thrive better at home. I didn't want us to leave out the fact that a lot of women who stay home still find ways to generate income too. So it's not that they necessarily just sitting around. Like they might have some online stuff going on. They might do some type of beauty service, cleaning service, selling food. So it's not that the woman would sit around, we would hope, and just do nothing. A lot of women, when they have that free time, tap into that creativity, they start to nurture their own skills, figure out what they're good at, and learn to contribute to the household in other ways. So I think overall, like, I only know 3 housewives, but all of them are entrepreneurs. And I don't think it was a requirement. I think it was like, I'm sitting around. What can I do? Oh, I know how to do some hair. Let me do that. Oh, I could babysit, watch the kids because I got my kids here anyway. Let me do it. Like, I watch them all. They still make money. Of course, it's probably not what the husband makes, but they're not sitting there just draining his account. You see what I'm saying?
That's
Um,
fair.
Facts.
and they're in better moods. Like every time I see them, they're happy because they're doing what they want to do, as opposed to going somewhere every day where they don't want to be around a bunch of people they don't want to be around, and then got to come home and show up. Like it's just a different vibe. So I mean, I agree. I think women should either work part time or be at home.
Yeah.
Like I think
And,
part time is cool.
Yeah, it's definitely a different
so
vibe though. I only had the luxury to do that for a little bit, and when I did, I could say I was a lot like I wasn't as high strung as I am today. Like I could definitely say that.
Every time. Every time.
And when I was like at home more, like I learned how to make candles. Like I had a candle business. So it's like she really like she on like she really know what she's talking about because it's like I'm still be trying to figure out who told y'all that we wanted to work because I
right.
did not make that vote.
Women,
Listen, so
women told
she said
them.
I learned
Women
how to
fought to
make
work.
candles. We at home learning how to do stuff, and I
You gotta
think
blame women.
y'all take away that we're the protectors and providers too, right? So in this way though, if
Okay.
we're cooking for y'all, y'all healthier. If we growing the food, y'all healthier. If we teaching our own kids, we're protecting their minds from the shit that the public schools is gonna put inside of them. Our
Put
little
that
girls
here.
ain't getting bust down between the hallways at school. We ain't gotta worry about that because we doing what we need to do as women. We nurturing over here to make sure we all good, and we ain't allowing the world to capture our kids and have more influence over them than we do. We protecting your
Okay,
peace when
Cheryl, I
you
hear
come
you.
home
Okay,
from that
Talk that
work. We
shit.
want to just we
she
just
talking
want to
that
rub
shit,
you
PJ.
down. We want to protect your peace and your aura. Look, baby, take your shoes off. Hell to the world. This is your kingdom. You are home. Some
So why you
people.
Like
saying that? Quick side note, that's why y'all don't need to be worried about running the world and being president. Side note, but keep going. I ain't want to derail, but go ahead.
A
this
Go
side
ahead.
note,
motherfucker
Nah,
Blue.
she
done
right,
threw, he
cause
done
men low key
drove
love that
by.
shit. Men like when they walk in the door and they want to see you already there.
Right. So,
Mm,
so I would say something like when I first left North Carolina, like for good, what 2013 or something, and I ran into like the housewives, and during that time, it was a little bit better, where like paying bills, and 2013 was 2013. We weren't going through what we're going through now, as far as economic wise and stuff like that. But even in that case too, like some of the wives, they were just sitting at the house. I'm like, you can go. You don't want. I was like, you don't want a job. It's new to me because everybody around my way was getting money. We can get some money. Male, well, women and men. So that was that, and I was just like, you just sitting here all day. You don't want to do nothing. And then some of them was like bored out their mind, and then they come to the point where what I've learned in the back channel was your significant other was actually struggling, and I hated to see that too. So it's just like now after a while, of course, whatever happened in the household or whatever, then people end up getting jobs and stuff like that too. So it can be a bit much, depending on where you live at. But if you're doing stuff like you have your own land, you're growing, a whole harvest or whatever out there, and you selling it, making more money, you're cooking for the house too. It's so much money. It's so much stuff you can do. 'Cause I used to fly all the time. I'm like, "Dad, all this land out here, who it belong to? You know how much money can be made, from Carolina, we farming and all the other stuff out there. So I'm just
That's what I'm
like,
about to
well,
say. My grandma,
no.
she stayed home. She stayed home a bulk of her years working when she married my papa. Rest in peace. He not my biological, but that's my papa. And all she did was grow greens and sell collard greens while he,
On
you
the
know what I'm
side of the
saying?
road.
Yeah, on the side of the
type
road.
shit.
Yeah. And then the town look all the town went to her to get those collard greens. So y'all right. I see what y'all saying. You
Yeah,
feel
none of
me?
my
Like,
grandmothers ever worked.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, one
I
grandmother, she
just
used to do
found
hair in the back.
I
Like
just
my
found
grandpa built her a little cottage away from the
Mhm.
house so the people didn't have to come in with the kids. But he built her a little cottage in the backyard so that her customers could come back there because she just enjoyed doing hair, like being in her creative bag.
Wait, and can I say this too? I think if you need to work, you work, right? Because I don't want to get his story wrong, but I think I heard Trigger Mike say him and his wife had some type of deal. Like you work, she worked this amount of years. We take all your income, invest it into something that's gonna produce money for us. You'll be able to sit down later. So it like I understand what she's saying. Like if the husband is struggling and you a willing, able-bodied person, yeah, you can't just sit there and
Yeah, you
drain.
get in. You
Yeah.
get in when
Yeah.
he's struggling, and you do whatever. But it's not gonna be a
but
job you hate.
the end goal should be
That's what I was saying. The end goal is I should be at home. And even within that, like a lot of women have social media. Women can make money with these computers, y'all. Social media, coding, all of these online jobs, they can sit at home and make this money and be good. I know a lady, she a housewife, all she do is be neat. She turned that thing into a million subscribe YouTube channel.
It's a
All
bar.
she do is like be organized and clean up and go shopping, but she make that shit
That
look like
black
a
lady. You
yeah,
talking about
that
that black?
black lady,
I
man.
love her. Yep,
She
with the
makes it look
dogs.
like it's fucking like you just want to you look at her, you just like I just want to be a housewife.
For
I just
real.
want to clean
And she
up
making probably more money than her husband. Cause she's a real
now.
big deal. And she just shows her giving the dog baths, doing ASMR, organizing, cleaning, reviewing Amazon products. That's what I'm saying. Most of them, I don't know the ones she was talking about. I know they exist who just don't do nothing. But
Mhm.
most women who got some sense about them are gonna find some way to get some money. And not just
I
gonna
got a
sit
question
around.
for
but you
the whole
said
panel.
you said the key word who have some sense and who can figure it out.
All
Now, if
right,
you with
Yeah,
a
so
woman
and
who
I
ain't
was
got
about
no
to say
sense, you probably
because
ain't got no sense.
and I was about to say, while y'all sitting here saying that, y'all know it's a whole community of women who saying, they miss independent women who ain't going for that sitting home shit. But y'all have said some things that make me not ask that question. because maybe they're not as creative as the minds that y'all just expressed. So it makes
I
sense.
got
No,
a better
some women
question,
are just
Dino.
ambitious. Wait, but some women, to be fair, are ambitious, and you gotta respect that. Like if that's the path she on, don't try to turn her into something she's not. Like if you know what
Right,
I'm
but
saying,
that's what I'm
just
saying.
yeah,
That's where the conflict come in, which y'all was saying. Like you got a whole bulk of women who ain't going for what y'all just said, which I agree with y'all just said. But what I also think about as y'all talking is maybe those women is not as creative with being at home. Because being at home don't mean you're not doing nothing. I know I don't want to be at home just not doing nothing. A lot of women say that, but I have also heard those same women not say the things y'all said. Like, well, I can get candles, I can knit, I can go a garden. You know what I'm saying? They haven't said those things, so it coincides of why they say what they say compared to what y'all saying. That's all I'm saying.
I
yeah.
got
But I was
And
saying
then
like it
like
may not be about a lack of creativity. I can tell you as an entrepreneur, Sherelle can tell you. We're two women who ran our own businesses for years with no job, making great money. Entrepreneurship is very up and down, and it's not for everybody. So some
Right.
people just know that. Like they don't consistency of a paycheck is just it is less stressful. I'm not gonna lie to you. So some of those women, it's not that they're not creative, they just don't want to like have to go through the ups and downs when they could be in their career getting their consistent money. You know what I mean?
Right, but in this sense of what we talking about, you don't got to worry about the ups and downs. Only thing you doing is relieving the stress off yourself, so you have enough energy, like Sherelle said, to cater to your man. For the dude that got to worry about the ups and downs, he got to worry about the bills, he got to worry about those financial, you know what I'm saying, situations. So it's like I understand what you're saying. Like, yeah, when you a single woman and you got to be independent, yeah, consistent paycheck is something. But when you got a man that you know for a fact gonna hold that part down, what's the problem with being at home? Because a lot of women, even if they got the man that they know will do that, still don't want to be at home. Is what I'm
Well,
saying. They
yeah,
still don't want to be at home.
it's a trust thing. Like, I'm sorry, it's my last thing. Two things. I want to say this word again because I want you to really hear it. Ambitious, right? Some women are ambitious. That has nothing to do with a man. That's something in her. She wants to be successful. She wants to pursue things. So she's going to be that way whether she has a man or not. That's just how she is, right?
Hmm.
Some people like nice things, right? And they understand even if you can take care of me, you can't do all this shit that I want. So I'm gonna go get my money so I could continue to live the way I want to live. And then the other thing is just fear. Like, and I understand it because there's a lot of women who get up in age and then something go wrong with their marriage, and now they got to go back into the job market. They haven't had a job in 15. Nobody wants to hire them. They don't have no education, so they all messed up. So women have seen older women growing up, and even some of the older women have told us, and some of the men too have told us, don't depend on a man because that shit could go left and have you fucked up. So women know
Yeah.
that, so they're not trying to just be, oh, let me sit around and he gonna take care of me because a lot of times it don't necessarily go like that to the end.
I got a
So
question
and
I
I
I
want to
think
understand
put
women
in.
want to keep their jobs too.
That's fair. I got a question I want to put in.
I got something to add too before we move on down.
Yeah, go ahead, Saudi.
Um,
Then I ask my
I
question.
think
You
to
got it.
be honest and realistic, everybody, I'm not gonna say everybody, but we just gotta be honest with the fact that a lot of women, not a lot, but some women, it's just not in them to be a homebody creature. It's just not in them. And everybody's not like everyone don't have that like motherly homestead, like they don't have it. So it's
Yeah.
like if they don't have it in them, it's like that environment is not I'm not gonna say unnatural, but it could be like uncomfortable for them, you know?
Yeah.
That's fair. My question I wanted to pose to y'all based on the conversation we're having now. How realistic do y'all believe it to be for women to acquiesce to just a man's income and staying down till they come up? How often do y'all see that in the world? Where you got a couple to where the woman is like, I bet, bro at 55K, let's put him at 60. Bro at 60, we gonna lean on this 60 in this one bedroom apartment. I'm gonna make these candles. You feel me? I'm gonna get this online shit popping, and we gonna get out this one bedroom apartment. How often do y'all see that happen in the real life?
Honey, these
I
men
see
are
it
often
happen and then I see it happen and then unfortunately I see a lot of times when you stay down till you come up, the moment you come up, oh, people forget. They forget that you stay down. So it's like I think a lot of people be scared to stay down because who want to stay down and get love? Like that's
yeah.
insane.
It's such a tricky thing. 60K is a lot of money. I don't know where y'all live, but people be saying coming up is 20K.
Okay,
Coming
that's
up is
more
these little
realistic.
girls and they dealing with these little boys who work at McDonald's and Walmart and they making $15 an hour. Yeah, they are with them. But typically those women are working too and going 50-50 with the bills. And like she said, a lot of times it's not just a shirt for shirt investment that if he gets up and makes a bunch of money, he might stun on you. You know, we have this thing called starter wives, you know. So there's a new, like, there's a wave of women who will teach the younger generation that a man is going to be with the woman that he needs until he can get the woman he wants. And the woman that he wants won't have to do nothing but sit there and be pretty. You know?
Damn.
So.
Okay. Let's go with PJ. You've been kind of silent. Let's pass the mic around a little bit.
Hey,
PJ, what you think
PJ.
about the conversation, big dog?
What's good, Sherelle? But for me, I think majority of people, that's generally how they do their relationships for real. I think the ones that stun on you or don't make it, I think that's the minority. I think most people live their average life. Like that's what happens typically.
I can agree. I think that's fair. That makes sense. Giovanna, I saw you about to say something. What you want to add to it?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I would I think for the question that you asked, I would stay down with that person, you know, until they come up.
All right, now
when they come up,
let me frame stay down though. Let me frame stay down so we on the same page. Stay down is when he say, baby, we in this one bedroom off Cherry Court in Greenville. Goddamn, we kinda, you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
nah,
Like we
Cherry
gonna
Court
be
and Greenville.
here.
Good
Cherry
God
Court, you
You
go to
Almighty.
feel
Winterville?
me? Like let's
No,
put it in
I'ma
context,
still stay
Jersey.
down.
Like
I'ma still stay down.
let me finish framing it. We in Cherry Court. You feel me? We got a one bedroom type shit. Might
That's
be a little
rough.
sketchy, but we got to
That's
get through this
rough.
lease. Give me like the lease 6 months on next year. Then we coming up out that thing. You still staying down?
Yeah. Well, I don't have a bow and arrow. Can I get a pistol?
Even besides
Okay,
that,
but that's not where you.
no Amiri for your birthday. No Amiri. We can't afford to get that a damn whatever pocketbooks y'all be talking about
I
these
don't even know who that
days.
is.
I was
I'm
about to
just
say
saying.
everybody don't be thinking about materialistic stuff. So I'm gonna stay down in Cherry Court, and we're going boss up, and then you know what happens. What happened? But Cherry Court is crazy.
That's
Look, I
crazy.
ain't gonna tell. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I literally just had a conversation the other day. I just had this conversation. I'm like, man, you know what? My next move, because I'm about to move, I'm gonna get me an RV. I'm gonna pay off whatever debts I want to pay off. Buy me a piece of land or something somewhere because I'm tired of moving around. But I need something. I need my
I
money.
Yes,
like
I need
them.
to
Where
put my
did
sister.
y'all
money in
find
bank.
them?
Yes.
Where did y'all find them? I like them.
Like,
Like when I
Bertie.
say
I
I
need my
want
money.
an RV so bad,
I'ma send
I
y'all.
like the
girl.
I
Nah.
Bertie
gotta
shit.
send y'all
I'ma
the
tell
piece on
y'all.
IG. It's $400 a month to get a 2-3 bedroom RV, brand new.
And that's cool because I just found a piece of land since y'all talk so heavy about West Virginia for
Yeah,
eight
you gotta get
thousand
away from the
dollars.
ham sandwiches.
Yes.
Please don't do
Scoping it
that.
out.
Well, I'm
We
gonna
Scoping it
gotta
tell
out.
get you
y'all,
out that damn sundown
as
town.
black women, y'all anomalies then because doing what I do, I try, you know what I'm saying? I see women doing that, but they never be black women. They be Mexican women and white women. Like these people be in RVs on like I'm in Nevada right now. You know what I'm saying? While I'm paying all this money to stay where I stay, and I'm in a hotel right now. When I go to Chicago, I'm gonna buy a whole nother apartment, be paying 2 different leases in 2 different states. But guess what? The Mexicans and the white people don't go through that with us black people. Like we done got spoiled. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like them
That's
motherfuckers will
because
go
y'all
right in
not
the
from deep
RVs.
south. Y'all not from deep south, baby. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all come down to Louisiana, Mississippi. Lands, trailers, all of the asses own trailers and land. And then what
We
you do
from
is
the
you got so much
But
land. You break a little piece off, and when your children get old, you like go put your trailer over there in that lot way back there, because I don't want to see my grandkids every day. You know what I'm saying? And you go over there. That's how it is in deep south. And it's like these things
but
called offshore princesses, right? Black and white girls. All the men know they're going to work offshore. All of them are working offshore at the coastal line. They're all working offshore. They can't put money offshore, so they send the money to the land while the men out there. When I tell you them women be out there spending that money, living in them trailers, having a good time. Get them a double wide because they stay down with a single wide. When they get that money up, they get them a double wide, and they be living good.
Sherelle, like I told you in the Discord, like I fuck with the Louisiana culture because y'all culture is strong and y'all proud of that. See, North Carolina might not be considered the deep south, but the part of North Carolina where Giovanna and Saudi and Geron and we from, it's the deep south of that state. You're going to see slave plantations. You're going to see cornfields, cotton fields. You're going to see 90% of trailers. But if you take, they don't want it. They don't want that though. They don't want that. It's
Not
like
them city niggas. No, they want that city stuff.
no, I'm talking about the women and the niggas.
They
Even though
don't
like
want.
It's once they get,
both of
it's
us
just like
come
once
up,
they get the
both
trailer,
of
they be
us,
cool.
Let them finish,
yeah,
Saudi. We got you
I'm
next,
sorry.
love. You
a
good?
bulk of us come up in trailers. A bulk of us come up on these big pieces of land where the next mile is your next neighbor. You feel what I'm saying? So a bulk of us, like North Carolina, might not consider the deep south to Louisiana and Alabama, but we are the deep south. Like our first field trip is a slave plantation. We
Fact.
see nothing but corn and cotton fields and tobacco fields where we from in North Carolina. We're not from the city side. We're from the deep south side of the state.
Too
But
far shit.
once you take them out of that, they not going to try to hear, oh, let's go move here. Let's buy this piece of land. Let's stay in the trailer until we could come up. They're like, nigga, we just came from a goddamn trailer. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's why cause I've been to Louisiana many times, and y'all are proud of that for the reasons that, like I said in Discord, like, that's why I fuck with y'all, because y'all culture is proud and strong. Where us, we looking at the rest of the world like we don't got what y'all got. That's how the part.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's so because when we look at the rest of the world, we're like, we're not like them, and that's okay because we're better. Like you know what I'm saying? When you have that pride
yeah.
of where you come from, but I think that it's like a different energy. Y'all are gonna see black women in masses wanting to grow their own food, like wanting to come out of the workplace saying "f the," like all of that out there. We're gonna take y'all money, but we're gonna be really getting back into it. Jay Ali is in the chat. She was just on the panel, y'all know. She was just talking about how she's going to start homeschooling her son next year. Like we're going into that. There's a black woman who just got accredited to start her own homeschooling business from New Orleans. Like we doing the damn thing out here. I know they don't like to say, they like to say what we doing wrong. But every time we doing something right, they try to hide that. But we getting our shit together, okay?
Hey,
We
can
gonna
I
be
say
all
something
right.
after Saudi?
Yeah, go ahead. You got it. You got it.
I'll wait for
Saudi.
Saudi.
Oh no, I was just saying like I just think it's different because like Bino said that's where we come from, but it's the mindset that's different, and that's like unfortunately the delay. It's the mindset because we have the trailers, we have the land, but we're not flipping it like we're supposed to. And I agree 100%. Like what's her name? Spicy, Miss Spicy. Um. What she
It's
said
Sherelle. I'm sorry.
It's
oh,
Sherelle.
girl,
Yeah.
I
I'm
can't
from This
see my
Might Be
yet. But
Risky. You might change my
like
name from time.
like Sherelle said,
Salute.
like I'm in like black homestead groups on Facebook. So it's like people are really trying to make that the norm as to being more self sufficient, especially from the government. And I just think it's just like it just takes bits and pieces. Like, the shit ain't gonna happen overnight. But if you make steady progress, you're gonna see the product.
Cool. We're gonna go Giovanna. I'm gonna introduce Scam Likely, and then we're gonna get to our first question. Great convo, y'all. Keep it up.
So I definitely agree with Lord, she done took the spicy off. Miss Sherelle.
I'm not spicy today, y'all.
I definitely agree with that. Like I will say, like last weekend was my first trail ride, and it was a lot of people out there, from my English ain't the best, New Orleans or Monroe and all of that stuff like that. They really took care, that was my first time using an RV, but I seen an RV and stuff like that, and I'm like, I want an RV. So it's genuinely great people, and more importantly, they're very self sufficient and a lot of stuff like that too. So it teaches a lot. And then what, like as far as like harvesting and stuff, like as far as like flipping, like trailers, double wides or whatever. Because you thought about you flip it in North Carolina, you pair it with FEMA or something like that, or Section 8, you can get your money back. But a lot of people, they don't want to take that risk into spending that money, as far as like on that property and stuff like that. So it's a lot that I know that we can do too on the East Coast, because even growing up, like what, 6, 7, some parts of Eastern North Carolina, we didn't even have running water. I don't know if y'all remember that. Now I don't know if y'all experienced that, but I did.
Yes, I definitely experienced it.
Yeah, we definitely did.
Yes,
So,
I definitely took. Yes, me and my mother definitely took baths, and it's weird, but go ahead.
Talking
Right. So
shit.
it's a lot. It's a lot. And, once you learn stuff, you appreciate the small things. Then if you any port or military, you've been in for some time. You know how it is. Sometimes you may have water, you may not have water. You may have hot. You have water, you may not be hot water. So you learn how to appreciate like the small stuff, and then your mindset grow you to learn how to flip it, and and make it and stuff like that. And then you pair it with like someone is dreaming from the south. Somewhere in there you got to start struggling.
That part.
And
I like
start
it.
making that money and stuff like that. So it's a lot of opportunities that some people they don't want to take the risk because they feel like they got to step down from a 6-bedroom home or 8-bedroom home or whatever. Like just peel it back, provide and make their money.
I like it. I like it. Scam, what's going on, brother? Y'all welcome Scam Lightly to the stage. What's good, brother?
Hey, what's going on?
What
Chilling,
up,
chilling. How
Scam?
you?
City
What's
life,
his real name? 'Cause I can't
suburb
call him
life.
Scam like that.
Go ahead, Scam.
His name is Scam, Saudi. Scam, okay?
Yeah,
Scam.
scam will work. Um, city life, suburb life.
Dust.
Yeah, just not built for the country trailers and land. Nah, y'all can have it.
We respect it. We respect it. What do you think about the conversation so
Bougie.
far?
I just got here, but I heard y'all talking about the money and the relationship with the man and the making the money, the not making the money. I hear it be 80% of the conversations. Well, I ain't on Hamp's panel in this space, these spaces, and money more like 10% of the problem.
What do you think the other 90% is?
Two people not liking each other, two people not being aligned, or either not communicating and bad relationship skills, regardless of the money.
Okay.
I've never seen a woman meet a man who makes 50,000 and then divorce him when he's making 65. I've never seen it because of money. Zero.
Fair.
But they talk about money all the time. Or he works in the post office, then he works in the post office 10 years later and she leaves him because he works in the post. I've never seen that. But somehow it's happening. I ain't seen it. Any of y'all seen that before?
No.
I don't know anybody who was divorced because of money.
Nah, I ain't
If
seen it
it's
either,
money,
but it's painted to
it's
us like
something
that.
else
But
to
you're
do
right, though,
with it.
Scam.
Right. If it was for money, it was something else to do with it, and money was a part of it.
I think it's the easy scapegoat, right? Meaning it's the one thing that's tangible. It's ones and zeros. It's easy to say, this ain't going right because you're foolish with money or because you become reckless. But dealing with the internal, like how are we going through the day to day? Back to the Giovanni and Baldwin video. Do you have a face on when you showing up in this relationship? Are you being transparent? Like that's the part that it's hard to pin down, and it is so much easier to lean on money as being the scapegoat to deeper issues. I totally agree. And with that, we're gonna pivot right into our first question of the show. I'm proud of y'all, man. Hour and a half, dope convoy. And got to my first question. This is lit. I love it. Let's get to the first question. What does dating fatigue mean, and how can you recognize it? What does dating fatigue mean to you, and how do you recognize it? Let's go with. Let's start with Sherelle.
The person that's never dated. Dating fatigue sounds like when people are tired of dating. And you probably recognize it after you telling the fifth man your favorite color. And you're like, oh yeah, nigga, do you lie? Do you cheat? You know what I'm saying? When you get to that point where it's like, I don't want the fun stuff. You know what I'm saying? What you trying to go at with your life? Are you on drugs, sir?
So let's get to the real shit, right?
Let's get to the real stuff. So like, I think that's when you get to the point where you just you don't want to. You're done with the chase.
Okay.
Of it all. You just want to cut through all the bullshit and see, are we really compatible? Are we leaning on? I don't want to waste no more time.
That's fair. I like that. I like that. All right, let's go with PJ. What does dating fatigue mean to you, and how can you recognize it?
In simple terms, it just means that you're tired of not getting the outcome of whatever dating experience you got. And how do you recognize it? When niggas complain.
Okay, I like it. We're gonna keep it short. I ain't gonna start drilling down on my question session yet. Let's go with CJ. Let's see if you stable yet, big dog. Dating
Yeah, you hear
fatigue.
me? How I sound?
Whole lot better than earlier. You don't sound like you was going 120 down the
Hold
highway.
on,
Yeah,
CJ, where the hell is you at? You said you were going home, but I know how.
I
I
stopped
know
by to
how.
get gas. That's why my camera was off. I stopped to get gas.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
all
got
right,
it.
go ahead.
Gas
My
for
fault.
sure.
My
We
Yeah,
fault.
yeah,
did.
yeah.
Okay, all right, all right.
Yeah, but dating fatigue to me is when the fellas go out after using those little dating apps like we talked about earlier, and then they get catfished back to back to back, or you go on these dates and you gonna spend for the first date or whatever because that's what the guy's supposed to. You pay on the first date or whatnot. But then ultimately, man, you learn nothing from this woman. The conversation boring. She's boring. She ain't got no ambition. Like Cheryl said, like there's nothing in this woman. Like she's just here for a free meal ultimately. And then you do this 4 5 times and it's been about 4 5 months. And at that point, you like, boy, you just wasted money, time, and life energy. Like you burnt out.
Okay. I like it. I like it. So it's about being burned out. Giovanna, what does dating fatigue mean to you and how can you recognize it?
I guess maybe when you get to that point of, you're just tired of starting over and recognize it, just all right, this relationship ain't going in the direction that I need it to go.
Okay. I like it. Let's go with Scam Likely. What does dating
Dating,
fatigue mean to you and how can you recognize it?
in one word, frustration. Um, on a man's side, actually, both of them do it. You get to a point where you want to charge the person in front of you for what 5 other people did, or you want to take a brick and beat the person in front of you into being what it is that you want because you don't feel like going through the whole process. So you want a shortcut, or saying you paid 5 years worth of dating dues. So this person that's in front of you trying to make them pay up. But in the long run, it ends up hurting yourself because every person deserves a fair option to be who they are, including yourself. But you end up cheating yourself when you do this. I've done
So do
it.
you
I
go
remember
ahead?
sitting across the table, date that was almost perfect, positive, slim and trim, everything, and I had all this negativity. And I'm also, well, you think like this, don't you? Yeah, I was red pilling. I was about 27, and I can't remember what she said, but she said something like, "Well, you sound like you had some bad experiences with women, and it sure is coming." And I knew what I said for this type of person. I knew it was a wrap. And sure enough, after that date, I never heard from her again. And I don't blame her. She was right.
That part.
But I
That
learned.
part.
I had to teach myself, hey, man, don't do that. Don't ever do that again. I had to beat myself up and pick myself back up.
That's fair. That's fair. So based on y'all definitions of dating fatigue, do you think
Hold on,
the
ask me,
onus
bro. Hold on, you be doing this shit.
I know.
Ask me.
I kind of did it on purpose. My bad. He caught me. Go ahead, Bino. Damn.
Nah, go ahead. If you did
What's
it
dating
on purpose,
fatigue?
go
No,
ahead.
you good. No,
I
you good.
respect it if you did it on purpose.
No, you good.
I
Because I was gonna come with you for
I,
the next question,
I
but you straight. Go ahead,
appreciate
Brody.
all the intellectual black people that we have on the panel tonight. I appreciate the intellectual responses. But I'm gonna bounce off. I agree with Sherelle said, and I'm gonna add on because everybody giving these broad dating fatigue look like this. You come across a female, you tell her, I didn't text you or call you because I'm tired today. And you get the whatever. It must be another bitch you had talking to. That's dating fatigue for the women. That's dating fatigue for the women. Because now they're bringing all their bad dating experiences onto you. You feel what I'm saying? Because a lot of these niggas use rightful reasons as to why they on some bullshit. They using us. They using me. They using you. They using you. So it's like, yo, I don't feel like talking about the flowers that you grew today. I'm tired.
Oh, shit.
I'm tired. Like
Oh,
I literally had to talk for 10
my
hours.
apology.
I
I
literally,
watched the game. My apology.
You
yeah, you
good.
know
You
what I'm saying?
good.
Like, shouts out to DJ Head, shouts out to It Might Be Risky for the audience, because we are talking to an audience, y'all, that y'all might not see from Facebook, all these different platforms. I would tell y'all to join Discord, join It Might Be Risky,
This might be
and
risky.
tap into
Absolutely.
DJ Hemp's stuff too. So I see what's going on, but this SPS. And I'm not gonna give no broad ass intellectual reasons. I'm gonna say what's really like, yo, I worked all day. I fussed all day. I don't feel like talking about your freaking, you know what I'm saying, your tulips that you grew. I don't. I want to just take a shower, eat, and I want to go to sleep. So when you tell them that, dating fatigue is like for the women that they don't believe nothing the fuck you say, because every other dude that they dated was on some bullshit. Nigga ain't did shit all day. He ain't did shit all day. You feel what I'm saying? But when he gonna say the same shit I'm gonna say, which is the truth. You feel what I'm saying? That's what date fatigue for women. Date fatigue for men, and I'm just giving examples because I don't want to talk too long. Date fatigue for men looks like I don't want to hear about how good of a girl you are. You some bullshit. You had your ways. Okay, cool. I'm cool with that. I want to hear how good you are, how good you cook, how good you take care of your kids. I want to hear how you don't never be outside. You know what I'm saying? But you post your ass out on the thing. I don't want to hear that shit. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how dating fatigue look for men. That's how
Okay.
dating fatigue looks. It looks like I heard the same shit from the truth and from liars, and you not knowing how to decipher what's the truth or the lie.
Okay. All
And
right.
and that's all I
So,
wanted to say.
all right. Let me get my question because
I
I knew it was gonna
agree.
go off.
He
I
was
knew
so
he was
right
gonna
because
go
now it's
off.
like, so wait, I got one question before you.
Yeah.
So it is a thing where women say, if he ain't talked to you all day, it's somebody else in the picture, because it's no way a man just going throughout his day. Remember, there's a girl that she ain't got to double text him, right? So are y'all legitimately really not dealing with other women when y'all don't text a girl back or y'all ignore her all day?
Legitimately.
Strada lied. Strada said it's
Legitimately.
a lie. Strada said he be
I
dumping
ain't said
women like
nothing.
that.
I'll
Hey,
mute it. Don't
look,
put that
don't
on me,
listen to no damn
Sherelle.
Strata because he gonna
Don't
be
listen to
devil's advocate for
Strata.
that shit anyway. I don't want to
Don't
hear that
listen
shit.
to fucking Strata, man.
I'm a busy ass dude, pretty much Monday through fucking Saturday. Like Sunday's probably half as busy. So usually, if I don't text your ass all day, it's probably because I ain't even by my damn phone. Because I'm not one of those people that walk around my phone all fucking day. I throw that bitch somewhere and forget I had it. So I'm a
You
busy
don't
guy
like
at
her.
times.
You don't like
Yo,
her.
who?
You
Yeah,
don't like
don't
her.
like who?
You don't like that girl. There is no
Hey,
way.
if I'm talking to a girl on a serious note, I'm probably already telling her how my lifestyle is, not let her know like, hey, during this time, I can't talk. If they're cool with it, cool with it. In most cases, they actually are. But if they not, then it is what it is. I ain't about to stress about it, but I'm not gonna change my life for what I do, what I got planned, my goals, and everything I've been doing before I even knew you existed for you. It's not happening.
Okay, because I heard that if I thought it was 3 days. If he go 3 days without talking to you,
Oh no,
then
I won't never do that. That's crazy. Now that's
Now
crazy.
they
Now if
putting
I'm,
now they putting
Now they
hours on this
man
shit.
that's
is not talking
crazy.
to me.
That's
I'm
crazy.
blocking him.
Like
Now
I
we
ain't
putting
never done that.
hours.
yeah, no,
Nah,
because
3 days
that's
is
what I was told.
excessive.
I'm like, they told me after the third day, like if you ain't hear from that man, that ain't your man. So I could give y'all 24, but I
Saudi,
don't know.
Saudi. It's just
24 with
me
a
and you.
heads up though. You better tell me where you going, why
Yeah,
you
that
going,
a strong
all that.
heads
Just
up.
just a regular ghost for a couple of hours, for a
No, that's
couple of
insanity.
days, you're lost.
All right, Saudi. So who is this? Who is this they that told you this? Who's the
Oh,
they?
that's just the sources.
The sources.
I
Okay.
can't disclose.
Was that a man or a woman that told you that?
It was the
It was
Matrix,
both.
Strata. It was
Both?
Neo. It was Neo from the Matrix.
Neo knew what he was talking about. Neo saved the world.
He did. He did.
Oh, y'all are funny. So my question, let's follow this up. Based on having dating fatigue, do y'all think the onus is on the person that's trying to date, or is the onus on the pool that they're picking from? Who do you think holds more the responsibility for dating fatigue? The actual person trying to date or the people around them? Let's go with Venus first, then we'll go Bino, Giovanna, Scam.
And that's actually a hard question because I want to say, oh, you can hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I want to say you're responsible for you, bottom line, right? But then when I thought about it, if all your options are trash, is that your fault? I don't know. Does it mean maybe you need to do some self improvement so you can get better options? That
Yep.
might be, so then it might, yeah, then it's on you. Because even if your options are just all bad, then maybe you have to upgrade the system so you could qualify for better.
Mm, I like that. So which one? What you going with? Who do you think holds the onus
Yeah,
the
it's on
most?
you. It's on you.
Oh, I like it. Okay. Damn, what would I say? Who was going next? Y'all remember?
You said me next, but you could skip over me because everything Venus said, that's what I was gonna say. So it ain't no need for me to talk.
I think we had Giovanna after you then. I think I said Giovanna and
Yeah, kind of
PJ.
jumped. I think I missed a portion of hers. I don't know if I went out or everybody went out or whatever, but I would have to agree. Like either you change what you want think you're attracted to, to something else. But I think it kind of falls in line with what she was saying. Because you can only do what
Or
you're
you might have
responsible of.
unrealistic standards.
Right, because you can only, more so, I would say, I forget the word I'm looking for or whatever, but you can only have control of what you can say or do. What the other person say or do, that's on them. But you can control how you interact with that afterwards once he or she said that. So I think that's why I think I have to go with her on that one.
Okay. PJ, based on dating fatigue, who holds the most responsibility? The person dating or the people around them that they are dating? And this is PJ with a P, pause, not a C.
It's the person dating. Everything starts with self, you know what I mean? 20% of the world is just whatever happens around you, but the 80% is how you react to it. So it's definitely the onus on the person. You gotta figure out what your standards are, what your principles are, how you're gonna move, what you're looking for, and also have a positive mindset. You know what I'm saying? Can't go into the dating world with a negative mindset. So it's definitely all on the person. Like no matter what's happening around you, how are you going to react to it in a positive manner?
Okay. I like that. Scam, what you got?
It's on the person. We don't have court-appointed, or we don't get court-appointed spouses or dates, and we're not in where there's arranged marriages. So we actually get to pick who we date and how we date them. So it's on us.
I like that. Saudi, did you have anything extra to add? I don't think I asked you formally.
I don't really have nothing to add, but I just feel like everybody else said it's definitely on you. I mean, you are what you put out into the universe, so whatever you putting out there is going to come back. So if you are
And that's my main thing, Saudi. That's my main thing. Like people complain, but you are what you eat. That shit is true. Like we heard that shit all our life, and I ain't like, what you mean? Like I don't like fucking asparagus. I'm not an asparagus, but I understand now. You are what you eat, dog. Like whatever you attract is who you are, whether that's good or bad. And take both of it with a grain of salt. Really, the good and the bad. Take both of it with a grain of salt. But whatever you attract is what you motherfucking are.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah.
Hey. All right. He did interrupt Curtis. I saw that too, man. It's a Bert Cheat thing. Saudi.
Curtis, go ahead with that, Curtis. Go ahead.
No, because I be doing it too, though. So I guess it's definitely a birthday thing.
My fault, Curtis. My fault, Saudi. My fault.
No, you good. Because you gave me the animation I needed.
Yeah.
So yeah, he basically summed it up, like, and sometimes when you encounter that, it just takes you to do some of it's like self-evaluation, like, so
like it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, CJ, you're going through dating fatigue. Is the onus on you or the dating pool in the field? Who holds the most responsibility for dating fatigue? The person dating or the people they're trying to be attracted to?
Oh, that's me all day. That's me for sure.
Okay,
why? Because I like to ask questions that you're gonna get uncomfortable with, and I don't give a damn. So I'm gonna ask you shit that you don't necessarily want to talk about right now. I don't care. At the end of the day, I'm trying to date for something serious. So if you can't answer none of the questions, I ain't about to ask for your social security code, but I am gonna ask, you got kids? When's your last relationship? How did it end? Like, I want to know who you are. Like, I might take you to a not some fancy restaurant. I'm gonna take you to somewhere that you might feel uncomfortable. Maybe you don't like being outside, bitch. We're going on a nice fancy picnic. I want to see if you got bad allergies. Like, I'm gonna do certain shits for me to figure you out, but get you to answer questions without me having to ask them. So it's on you. You gotta dissect people's brains. Like, I don't like the idea of people that get in relationships and they just like, oh, it's love at first sight. I think that's fucking stupid. I mean, everybody's entitled to do what they want, but I personally think it's stupid to do that. You don't know that person. You don't know their favorite color. Like, you attract people. Attractive people attract everybody. I attract women, men, unfortunately, and guess what? I hate all you motherfuckers. So I hate niggas in general, and then there's a lot of women that try to come at me, and at the end of the day, they might be cute as fuck. They will look like Giovanna, Sherelle, all y'all cute women. They'll look like y'all, but ain't got nothing in here by the time I talk to them.
CJ, right. And that's the thing, Callie. Shouts out to Callie too. Callie, a dope person too.
They is wow. They is wow.
Callie a dope person too, but like I noticed something like I can attract all walks of life of women depending on if I'm their type. But it wasn't until they seen that I'm more than just a cute or whatever face that I become, because now I'm not just the average handsome nigga or cute nigga. No, it's something that come behind my DNA. You
Yeah,
feel what I'm
tell them,
saying?
Bino, you a baddie with brains, bro. Let them know
I'm a
shit.
baddie with fucking brains, my nigga. And that
They gonna
and that
clip that.
shit,
Y'all better clip that. Clip that.
that shit. I done seen Cali with women. You feel me? Nah, you ain't gotta go nowhere. I'm just saying, you feel what I'm saying? But they go places. You feel what I'm saying? They go somewhere else where I don't know where they went. Because it ain't just I look like the norm until you talk to me. I'm not the norm. So
So
attractive
what
people do attractive. I'm not saying I'm like that. I'm just saying attractive people attract people, but that's physical attraction. We're talking about a little something a little deeper than
no, so
physical
what you're trying to
attraction.
say is not that you are who you attract, but you are who you entertain.
There you
Right?
go.
Yes,
So
yes, there you
like
go.
a bum on the streets will come over there and do whatever for some crack. You know what I'm saying? But you're not a crackhead. You know, you're not a bum on the streets, but what you're actually entertaining, we need to pay more attention to who we get into these close relationships with, because they're mirroring our behavior or something in us. So even with your worst ex, you have to understand, why am I allowing it? And sometimes it looks like, okay, I'm with a person that treats me bad. I must have low self-esteem, or I must think low of myself. So when you start to actually reflect in these relationships, you'll learn so much about yourself, and you'll understand, oh, I didn't have standards here. Oh, I was, you know what I'm saying? I was very green here. Like I didn't understand. So yeah, that's just
It's
how it goes.
and sometimes it's
Absolutely.
a trauma bond as well. Like it's
Okay,
a
get
lot
into
of childhood traumas where y'all connecting on, because that could be an issue as well.
it. At SPS, we welcome all facially challenged people as well. Everyone with privilege. We don't discriminate over here, man. Click the link, be respectful, you good. We the raw bunch. We're gonna keep it real, but I'll drop the link again for you. Ed Unchanged. You're part of the conversation too, big dog. It's cool. I like it a lot. Let's go to. I think I want to go to a video, change it up a little bit. So we talked a little bit about dating fatigue. Let's kind of get a reaction. I'm gonna do so. The next two videos, one is from the woman's perspective on how they responded to the dating market, and the next is from a man's perspective. So first, we're gonna walk down this road with this lady, and I want the women to answer first. While you're listening, let me know whether you agree with what she's saying or whether you think that it might be a little off. Y'all ready? Let's do it.
The reason why so many women are treating dating like a hustle and are only out for monetary gain and luxury experiences is because when situationships became a thing, that really dehumanized dating and it became an emotionally unfulfilling experience for women. So if you're going to waste my time, I might as well gain something. Thank you.
Short and sweet. Short and sweet. Sherelle, I see you making a face. What you think? What you think about her mentality on dating?
No, I agree. I think dating is a joke overall, right? Because everybody's just showing up with their representative so that they can have sex. Nobody's looking like nobody's. I don't think people are really in it for marriage or long term. You know what I'm saying? Because you gonna marry somebody with that you met on a dating app, because now you're gonna be like, well, how many? If she smashed you on the first date, you're gonna be thinking, how many dudes she did this with? And then she gonna be thinking like, he trying to smash me on the first date. How many? So he just smashing girls on dating apps. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody trusted. So once people started realizing what the real is, women are like, oh, well, I could get on there and finesse. I could get a couple of free meals. You know what I'm saying? And men are just playing they're playing bunches. They're playing the number odds. So it's just like not an organic way for people to do it with far as like dating apps and stuff like that. It just seemed like it's a game. It literally is a game. Everybody's playing and everybody gonna get played unless they're a villain. The villains is villaining out there. Okay.
Estrada, you're muted.
I appreciate you, brother. Giovanna, what do you think about his sentiments? Do you agree with it as a woman? Do you
I
think
mean,
it has become a
unfortunately,
game?
to me nowadays, I guess that's what it seemed like. To me, I'm a straight shooter. Like if we link, if we decide to go any direction, you know, if I'm with you just for a situation, I'm gonna let you know, hey, it is just a situation. If I ain't got no time for no relationship, hey, I ain't got it in me. I got too much going on with work. I had a bad relationship. I ain't mentally there yet to be with someone else, but I'm a straight shooter. I mean, it is what it is. Either you can accept it or don't. But however, I think that you would probably respect me being honest with you and not wasting your time. And I'm not like one of them materialistic women, so I don't. I mean, we both can pay for this meal. You know, we both can buy this, we both can buy that. But at the same time, I'm still going to be in my feminine role, so you can be in your, you know, your manly role as well. However, whatever the situation is, we gonna talk. We gonna talk about it. If I feel like I want a relationship with you, I communicate that. Or if I want to like sometimes you may have people they have sex on the first night or whatever. If that's what you want to do for whoever that person is, that's what y'all want to do. That's what y'all agreed upon. If it ain't, if you want to wait a couple nights, that's on y'all too. But at the same time, I think more people need to be like, just be an adult about it. How CJ would say, being an adult. But I mean, just have that realistic conversation, no matter how hard it is or whatever. But you know, don't waste somebody's time.
Just a side note before the next person speaks. Javon is an anomaly, so she's a fucking unicorn. So anything that she
Hold on, hold
said,
on, hold on. Y'all just taught me about the anomaly. Now I gotta learn what the fuck is an anomaly. Now y'all gotta send me that because I
you
thought
said,
anomaly was it.
she's an anomaly. She's a fucking unicorn.
Okay,
She's
okay. I thought you said is an anomaly. I thought it's
not
more
an
added
anomaly.
on to that shit.
That's a side note. Everybody wondering why
Y'all be
she sound
teaching
like
me shit.
everything she's saying sound like Lily Gold.
All right, well, CJ, since you started it off, what do you think about the clip?
Shit. I mean, in a sense, she right, but only people that can really talk upon that clip for real is women. Because if niggas really want to say how they really want to feel about that clip, I guarantee you a lot of females gonna be like, well, y'all sassy. Because if she talking about something, oh, I might as well get somebody in a relationship, a nigga gonna say the same thing. I might as well get somebody in a relationship. Like, I might as well get some ass and shit, pay for my meal, goddamn. Like why the hell I'm wasting my time? Like, me personally, if I ask you out on a date, obviously my intentions is I'm gonna pay for the meal. But I ain't gonna lie to you. I've had women ask me out on dates, and your boy still had to pay for the fucking bill. So what the fuck we talking about, bro? Like, so I feel
I
like
mean, that's how the game go, though. You know that, CJ.
shit.
You know that's how the game go, bro.
Yeah, I see.
Scam. What do you think about the video? We're gonna go scam CJ, then Saudi, then we'll kind of open it up.
Now you gonna go Bino. Stop skipping me.
I got you, Bino.
It's
You know
okay,
last.
Bino. It's okay, Bino, because he been skipping me too. Like,
I love y'all,
so it's
man.
okay. I feel
I
you.
know my family. We gotta pass the mic around. 'Cause I know y'all gonna go off. Go ahead, scam.
Yeah, this whole monetary gains. There's 2 women in the state that are actually getting this money out of these dudes. The other 98% ain't getting nothing. But on YouTube, all these dudes get all this money and they're spending $500 a date on all these chicks and going home. It's fiction. I don't see all these women on Wall Street and some sucker spending all this money on them like that. The dudes live in apartments and the women living in the same apartments, 3 doors down. So it's just some talk. Small percentage and then small monetary gains. And then there's a very small percentage of suckers that get burnt for $200,000-$500,000.
They get burnt, and that's their problem. But
Even if
go
they
in
get
order.
burnt for 1,000, if you made 50, you still got 49 more. So it ain't like it's the end of that.
Yeah, I feel you.
Got you.
Like
Javon, you want to get some
it's a big
pushback?
deal about a small thing.
That's
I
fair.
feel
And
you.
it's more fiction
Now
than it is real.
I agree. I agree.
See, this is why Bino ain't got a turn. He take everybody turn. I know this about him. That's my
I agree.
dog.
I just
Javon,
got
you
a
got
comment.
pushback?
I agree.
Or you want to add something, Javonna?
Yeah, I just got a comment. So what Scam was talking about, I had this partner while I was living in Detroit area. He from Alabama, so I don't know why this surprised me. He was go out and spend all this money on these women. And I'm like, bro, why are you doing that? Like, why are you spending $300-$400 a night? You just met this girl, you don't know nothing about her. You met her on social media or something. Why? I don't know, it come with this, and this. Had they ever volunteered to pay for anything? Have they did this? Have they did that? Why you had to, why do you feel that you had to spend all this money on a date or so just to try to impress a woman?
I can answer it if you want.
I mean, yeah, he probably wants some booty or whatever, but however would he get it or don't, it would within a week. I think it had to be at least $3,000. Was the same woman or another woman, and like I'm just that friend, like I'm gonna hold you there. I'm like, what are you doing? Just because you're making this money, don't mean you got to spend it recklessly. Like, let's
What I got?
go. Like, I'm gonna go help you find a property or something. Go buy something in Alabama. It's a lot of stuff that you can buy and flip in Alabama because that's where you're from. I'm just like, you doing this? I'm like, what are you doing?
I can answer that question if you want.
You can go
Go
ahead.
ahead,
Thank you.
Scam.
They lied to a lot of men. They keep talking about protect and provide, money, money, money. They never told them that people got to actually like you. So the expectation, what goes in the subconscious mind, go to college, get a job in the post office, put a suit on. All this stuff is expected. And it was a lie. Some people never recovered from it. And they're still trying to beat that with a brick and make that work. Or lacking confidence and trying to cover it up in other ways using your bank account, thinking that's going to do something, because people think money does something that it doesn't do.
Heavy on a lacking confidence.
All right, Sorry, talk your shit. What you got?
Oh no, I the police is over here, so I was trying to be kind of being nosy, trying to figure out what
No, you in West Virginia,
You in West
you
Virginia. You
good.
better leave them ham sandwiches
You
alone.
have very bold militant blood, but you good in West Virginia. Don't worry about the police. They got
Hey,
you.
man.
Nah,
Leave them ham sandwiches
they
alone,
not
big
at my
dog.
premises, but I'm trying to figure out anyway. But no,
no.
I agree
Yeah,
with
don't worry about them. You
not
good.
too
You
much on
white.
me.
Go ahead, Sorry.
I'm pro-black to the death of me.
Yeah, we
Anyway,
know. We love you.
I'm
Go ahead.
definitely I feel like what Skin Lockley said. I heard the tail bit of it. I think it's just a heavy on the lack of confidence, and a lot of men do think like if they present money, 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 then everything else should fall into pursuit, and that's not the case. Because if you see a trick, then I don't know, you're gonna get tricked.
Okay.
That's why you need to let me go first and don't skip me, because
No.
everybody else answered. Nope. Did anybody watch the video? Did anybody listen to your question? Because I didn't hear anything that related to neither nor. But I'm gonna answer for you, and I'm gonna be real quick, straight to the point.
Go ahead.
Listen.
Go off, Bino. Go off.
Listen. Based on that video and your question, I don't blame women for moving like they move when they date. You feel what I'm saying? The only problem that comes into that is their discernment. Women don't have discernment to separate the nigga who just got damn bullshitting for a date or the nigga who is pursuing you for the person you are. Women emotionally and emotional as they are, they have way more emotional intelligence than us. They don't have that discernment to know the difference. So when a woman use a dude to say, hey, it goes back to your question prior on this pod when you say the representation of who you are or who you are. So a dude might not have everything. He might blow a fucking bag on you and have to figure out how to get it back. You understand what I'm saying? But women don't have the discernment to know, hey, you can use this nigga to trick out, have a good eat, have good food, have good, you know what I'm saying, a good night. You can use him and push him to the side, because besides a good time, he ain't worth a fuck. They don't have that discernment. So my problem is when women use niggas for good food, because that's basically what she was saying. You got some dudes, so you use them for good food, you use them to trick, use them for a good time. They don't have the discernment to separate past that.
I got pushback for you since you jumped.
No,
I got pushback for you. I got pushback for you.
They don't have pushback, so I don't mind. Because
no, I got pushback for you, big dog.
Yeah, I know you got pushback for me. Let me finish before you push me back.
Cook up.
Because this the thing. I'm a single man, so it might be some informations I might wine and dine you for the moment, or I might wine and dine you because I want you to be my wife and understand that if you have that potential to be my wife, this is the rest of your life. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna do everything to wine and dine you forever. Women don't have the discernment to separate this is for the moment or this is for the long run.
Got you. Now my question
so
for you is
that's why they can't play that. They don't have that discernment.
But here's my question to you though. If the women don't have the discernment and you saying the men do, how did they end up on the same date together?
Because women don't have, we do. We
No.
know.
Okay, right. I'm
All right,
walking
well,
down your path. If we have
okay.
discernment, how did we end up at a table on a date with a woman that only want gifts and prizes? How did we end up
Because
there? We have discernment.
that only want gifts and prizes. Because it goes back to what Scam said. You got simp dudes too. You got
Windmill on
dudes
aisle
that's
six.
you
Windmill on
got
aisle
dude.
six.
Yeah, you got no,
I got him. I got him scared.
It's windmilling. It's not windmilling. It's not windmilling because he tried to switch it up, Scam. But no, because you got some dudes who will go out there and do that because they simps. It's not discernment. They simps. They got to a point in their life where it's like, okay, I grew dreads. Okay, now I got hair on my face. Now I'm attractive. So now I can attract women that I normally wouldn't attract before my dreads grew, my locks, excuse me, for all the lock
Yeah, I was
people.
about to say,
My
I was
locks
gonna
grew.
correct you. You good.
Now that my locks is not, and I'm not talking about Stratus. He always been there. I know this man. But
Yeah.
you got some dudes who
Salute.
won't shit until they locks went to their shoulders.
Till it drop. But again, Bino, you
He's
still
actually
I
proving
gotta
the
get you
point.
back to the point. You said that women lack discernment and they have emotional intelligence, but the discernment doesn't come through. My question
No, what I'm
was,
saying is the problem when I said it's okay. Hold on, y'all went to the second part. What I said, y'all skipped the whole first part. I said it's okay for women to play it like that, but the problem come in that whereas though that dude that would have had you made you happy for the rest of your life, you ran him away because that's all. You know what I'm saying? You're playing him like the dude that you figure that it's only here for that moment. You play
all
him
right, well,
like
let me
that.
ask you another question. So you think the discernment failed the man in the moment of the date, or did the discernment fail before he got there? When was he
Hold
supposed to
on,
discern that she
run it
was on
back, run it back.
bullshit? Yeah. So you said men have discernment, right? And that women don't have it. So if that's the case,
I didn't
we're
say
talk
that. I said
okay,
the problem is with women is they don't have discernment to separate the two.
right.
Because
Do you
the
think
dude
men
that only
do?
can do it for a good time is the same dude that can do it for a long time.
All right, now let's go to the men's side. Do you think men have discernment? Let's start there.
No, yes, men have discernment. Yes,
Okay. All
yes, they
right.
do.
Stay with me. So men have discernment. So my question was, did his discernment fail him before he got on a date with the girl, or once she started asking for shit? When did his discernment fail? But at some point, you have to acknowledge a fail of discernment if you saying he had it, and he's on a date with a woman
What
that's
dudes
trying
do,
to
they
pick
have
him up. When
discernment. They
when
have
did he fail,
discernment.
or did it fail?
I'm gonna tell you, dudes have discernment, but they listen to what they think women want so much is they go out their way. They go out their league. They go out their way to do this for the moment to get that pussy. And then they cry like a bitch, just like they cry like a bitch. You not following me? They cry. Like nigga, Scam said, okay, what? $100, $200. Okay, I spent that tonight. Okay, so what? I'm not, bro. You know how many times I went on a date and I done spent $200-$300 and I ain't get nothing in return? You think I cried about it?
No, but I'm saying though, but like, do you see how it's conflicted to me? Like, if you're saying that the man has the discernment in this scenario, we talking about a man, woman on a date, woman wants the trips, the glitz, and the glamour. You're saying that she doesn't have the discernment. I'm saying the man, you said that the man has the discernment. So at what point
He
did
knew, bro.
his
Don't cry. I'm on the niggas. I'm on the female side, really. I'm on their side and I'm talking shit to y'all. I'm talking shit to the men. Bro, don't fucking cry like a bitch. Okay, so what? Scam said, you spent $300, $60. Okay, so what? So what?
Scam is on
That
vacation. You're on your own.
that okay, well, I'm on my own. That
I don't know where
costs
you're
you
going, bro.
way less. Now, if that woman say, you know what, I'm gonna see if he got it every time. I'm gonna be feminine. We talked about feminine with DJ Hamp, or it might be risky. A women can, and you done said it on our pods. Why do certain escorts and stuff get more out of dudes than regular women do? You can have women that can carry, I'm gonna see if he could do it over and over and over and over again. When a dude can't do it over and over again, that's when they start bitching.
right, but you still walked away from my original premise. I'm gonna still walk you down. I still got the chop. I'm walking you
Come
down,
on.
brother. You
Okay,
in the sights
okay.
again. So I understood what you said, but based off of your logic, if you're saying in a dating scenario, the man has the discernment, my question still remains: A, did his discernment fail him? Let's start there. If he's on a date with that type of woman,
No, he failed his discernment.
okay, when did his discernment fail
When he
him when they
start
started
bitching,
dating?
when he start bitching about Ruth Chris and Chanel, when he start bitching about it. Don't bitch about it. You brought her that bag. You took her to Ruth Chris on the first date, nigga. So keep doing it.
Well, then you had to come off the fact that men have
Strata, let me know
discernment.
when
Because
I
if
can
you
get in.
saying they getting
It's getting
spunky,
bad.
then they can't have
Y'all
discernment,
buying
bro.
Chanel bags on the first date? Y'all are not
No,
Yeah, it's
navigating
just
the
no,
throwing
world.
anything out there.
no, y'all. Don't take
Anything.
my example. Don't take my example to heart. Just get the concept of what I'm trying to say. No, I'm not. Don't say no. Ain't nobody buying Chanel's bags at first date. But what I'm trying to do is paint a picture. You feel what I'm saying? Cause dudes cry a lot. Niggas cry a lot.
Agreed. I'll agree to that. I was just
Hey,
pushing back on the premise of, and again, this goes back to my original question. My original question, based on what you said, was you said women don't have the discernment, but based on the video, the woman is saying with dating fatigue, this has become a game. I'm just here to
The
get
women,
what
hold
I
on. Go
can,
back to
right?
what the woman said too, though, Strata. The woman
That's what
said,
I just
okay,
said.
yeah.
This
The
is a
women said,
game at this
okay,
point.
yeah, because
Right.
she already sees that you this. What I'm saying is that's cool. That's cool to do that because I might want to holler at you for that reason. You feel what I'm saying? I might want to wind and dine you to the pussy. But
Okay,
Pat, once you give
you're
me
saying
that
his
pussy,
discernment didn't fail him because he's still trying to get what
if
he
you start
wants.
crying about it, don't cry about it.
Okay, I just needed
yeah,
that clarity. My
I
bad.
got
Go ahead, Scam.
I got simple pushback. Back when I was talking about simple thing, 80-90% of the conversation being about the bullshit and 10% being about these two people don't like each other. That's the basis. He don't like her. She doesn't like him. Now you can take a 2 hours marinating in the feminine and the $300 dates and the Chanel. You can go all
Don't
down
say
to the
he said
sky and
Chanel,
throw
y'all.
out
I
the
was just making an
body
example.
count and protect them. You can go all down there. Or somebody can just walk at the table and say, excuse me, you like him? No. Do you like her? No. Get up and leave. Tomorrow's a new day.
Damn. Okay.
So dating fatigue, people are choosing to be in it. Why do people know the analysis of what this woman did in the last 38 years in the Chanel bag? She don't like you and he don't like her. Move on.
Okay.
Eat your sandwich, pay the bill, get out.
Go home. Okay.
All the rest
PJ,
of it is junk.
after Scam PJ. I agree with that. I don't have too much pushback for you. I think that there is a level of attraction we got to speak to, though, Scam. I think, like you said, I like how you bring it down to a realistic standard, but we have to at least agree that maybe attraction exists, but like you said, the idea of really wanting to delve deeper isn't there when we're talking about casual dating. But there has to be a level
Because
of
a lot of
attraction.
people.
Go ahead, Saudi.
No, I'm about to piggyback on Scam. Like I feel like with the level of attraction, a lot of people be like, "Fuck the attraction," and it be more so of the what the picture look like. You know, like she has this, he has this, he has this, he has this, and when we come together, this would have looked like outwardly.
It's still right. It's still you're trying to get to New Orleans and you're coming from Houston. You go I-10 and you get off. Excuse me. You're going from Houston to New Orleans. You take I-10 and you go east. You can go on 64. You can go all the way. You can bus, boat, right? All the other stuff is still junk. None of it matters. You either get there or you don't.
Okay,
so the attraction that's today is going to be gone tomorrow.
Gotcha.
So they can marinate in it, analyze it, but it's still junk. And one day they can either find out today, tomorrow, or they can get married and deal with it for 5 years.
Right. And if I'm not
But it's still
attracted
junk.
to you, but on the other hand, you're providing X, Y, and Z, I'm more likely to stay around. So from a man aspect, I feel like if I'm not attracted to my woman, but she gives me a sense of security, I know she gonna have dinner on the table when I come home. I know she's a rider. Like I know she's gonna be there. I'm gonna stick around. And I
They're
feel
actually
like
not sticking around. Actually, people who don't get along and is a bunch of
sticking
junk,
around, when I say sticking
they don't
around,
stick
I'm
around.
saying sticking around for the time being. Until, as far as I'm saying, this is going to be a placeholder until I find what it is that I want. And I feel like
Oh,
sometimes
okay.
it happens with women as well. We can encounter a man and he's not what we want, but he's a provider and he has X, Y, and Z. I'm going to stick around until hopefully I find what I want. I feel like that's a lot of what's going on.
That's
Do you
partially
think?
true. I can work with that.
That's what I
Do
was
It
you,
trying to
still ends
say.
up in the garbage can that it belongs, though, over time.
CJ? You didn't say that at all. You said
For
it a
sure.
lot different than what they're saying. But I agree if that's what you're trying to say. We gonna rock
I
with
agree
that.
with Shawty. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say, nigga. If all you got is fucking benefits, nigga, then you better keep doing that shit, or she gonna leave your ass. Shawty just told y'all what women do. You gotta listen to these women, man.
I'm just so glad that my father raised me right. Ain't no motherfucking way I'm gonna think like this.
Talk your shit. Go off, CJ. Go off. Do
It's
your thing.
just how y'all describing it. Oh, these women go. Oh, I'm gonna get what I can out of a man. Blase, blase. That's cool and all. At 31, ain't no motherfucker just did that shit to me just off of PG. Like that's fucking crazy. Like, oh, I'm just gonna get all I can out of man until I don't need them no
They ain't did
more.
it to me neither.
I
But these
mean,
niggas gotta
that's what I'm
realize they
talking
ain't
about.
got nothing else. They don't got nothing else but that. So you gotta keep that shit up, my boy.
That's crazy work. Like, nah,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. They gotta
PJ.
keep that shit up.
PJ,
It makes
let's bring some
sense
calm after
for
Sherelle.
people that it applies to. Let me tell Alexa to shut up. Hold on. Alexa just be talking about the sports. She be updating on the sports scores. It's like, but
Alexa said, "No, hold on, I'm gonna finish."
Hey, he
but
said now we're hiring temp simps.
so it's like when you're a man and you're attractive and you can keep a woman around, you don't understand the ideology of a man who can't, right?
Okay.
So some men know they have to pay to play.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They're not
Finish.
gonna. They're not. You don't understand that no attractive woman is ever going to entertain me unless I have some money. That's the reality of a lot of men. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, listen, I will take a bad bitch to Root Chris just so I can be in the presence of a bad bitch. And then we know that some of these girls will go, if you give them a little bit extra money, you can even get a happy ending. So you gotta understand that a lot of men exist. This is why OnlyFans, people can make money on OnlyFans. This is why strip clubs are popping. This is even why prostitution is like a big thing still in today. A lot of men just do not fall on the attractive scale to where they can get an attractive woman to entertain them sexually. So
Gotcha.
All right, so let me
Nah, that's a
let me
fact.
say what I said earlier. Then I'm so glad that my parents gave me the genetics to look the way I fucking do then, because at the end of the day, ain't no motherfucking way. Like I'm
But
not, bro.
CJ, it don't even be about genetics, because you got some niggas who are very attracted to women until they get to have a conversation with them, and it turned out the same way. It turned out the same fucking way.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Try the same way when you say that?
It turned the same way of a nigga that's not attractive. It's some motherfuckers. It's some niggas. I got a lot of women
I
friends,
get
and
what
I'm
he's
thankful
saying.
for that. I got a lot of women friends, and I'm thankful for that because I get very insight. It's a lot of attractive niggas who they are infatuated with them physically until motherfuckers have a phone conversation with them, and it's the same shit. And then they end up going out with that nigga and let that nigga take him to Ruth Chris too. You feel what I'm saying? But after that Ruth Chris, nigga, it's it, nigga. That was a good ass steak and some good ass motherfucking sweet potato casserole, nigga.
Bino,
You
you
feel what I'm
know what's
saying?
a
Yeah,
better
you saying you got the
analogy?
milk, but the
What's a
brains
better
ain't there.
analogy is women who y'all sleep with, who y'all won't be seen in public with.
I can agree with that.
Y'all think them big women letting y'all come break their back
What
in
the
at
fuck?
3 a.m. But y'all won't even y'all ain't gonna never take them to Root Chris, but y'all breaking their backs in at 3 a.m. And if they felt more, if they knew that they could get better, they would not be letting you slide up at 2 a.m. You'll
I
never
agree.
want to take them nowhere. You just come and lay pipe. Like, no.
I agree.
But they
That ain't.
getting what they could get.
I'm gonna give me a hoodie page that says I'm an anomaly. Deal with it, because ain't no motherfucking way.
They trying to poke holes in the condom so they could get strata eyes in their baby. Trying to fix their genetics. What? Trying to fix their genetics. They slicing them. Listen, I got a condom already. She didn't poke holes in this mother. I'm gonna get me a light skinned baby with pretty eyes. Y'all got me fucked.
Hey, look, they're trying to get CJ hype.
Nah, that's a fact.
Get me
That's
a
a
ball
fact.
player.
But see,
Get CJ hype real quick.
they'll come across strata, not knowing they see light skinned guy, pretty eyes, long hair, not knowing that this nigga mind go 100 miles a minute. So then can you keep up with that man? Hell
Nope.
no. they know they
They
can't
ain't
keep
trying
up
to,
with
but
them.
if they could get them genes, they child, them children that they have gonna have an advantage in life.
Yeah.
All they gotta do is hear that nigga Jay start talking. They're gonna be realize, no, I can't have this. Is a challenge I ain't gonna face. That's
That's
all
a
that's
chance. Women run away from challenges just like
There
men do.
you
They
go.
always
There
say
you
men
go.
run away from challenges, but trust me, I can
Why
go
y'all
back to
trying to
my
make it
ignorant.
seem like women dumb or something?
No, what
It's
I'm
not
saying is I can go back to my ignorant street ways. I can go back and smash some of the thickest, baddest motherfucker. I can go back to my street ways. I can go back to my ways. But see, when I was a street, I ain't know no better. Now that I know some better, I expose my better. And when I expose my better, they like me until they talk to me. Cause they're like, oh, you thought, nah, nah. You feel me? Oh, tattoos, do rag. What? Oh, you thought history, reputation. Oh, you thought, nah, bitch, that ain't. Excuse me, nah, sweetheart, that's not me.
No, but I feel that,
But y'all be
Burnout.
trapping
I
too,
feel
though.
that. I feel that though. I feel that
What's wrong with
because
that?
I feel like it'd be the reverse too. Because I don't know. I just feel that. I'm not gonna speak, but I feel that, Burnout.
Hold on,
Yeah,
Sauter, let's walk this path. Let's walk this down. So do you think the same thing happens to women in reverse, to where men approach with a preconceived notion and it's not true?
Yes, because I feel like sometimes I get approached as to where like I have these high standards and it don't like I feel like I'm like the most down to earth person. Like I I am who I am. I don't change that. So I feel like a lot of men do come with these pre notions like, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do this. And then when they can't keep up that momentum, it'd be like, what? It'd be a disconnect because it's just like if you would have just came and just say, hey, I'm this, I only could do this, that, and the third, then it's just like, all right, I will handle you as you could do this, that, and the third. But if you come to me and you make it seem like you have more than what you have, then it's like I can't work with that because it's like you're pretending to be something that you're not. And a lot of
Okay.
men do pretend to be something that they're not to get a woman. And then when they can't hold up their expectation, they make it seem like it's the woman, but it was really you.
that's all
Because
I'm
if you
Okay.
saying,
would have
Saudi.
just been, if you would have just been transparent, I'm pretty sure the woman 9 out of 10, if she really liked it you for you, she would have went with you, like regardless.
Okay. I thought you was gonna take that answer somewhere else. I was gonna mine it down a different way, but I accept what you're saying to be true. I like that. I like that. We're gonna start with go ahead, Giovanna. Like you wanted to say something.
Yes, because y'all be trapping women too. Some guys be trying to
That
trap women. Oh,
that's what I'm
I
saying.
want this good hair, baby. I want this. I want that. I know that you can be a good mother to my child. Don't act like men will be trying to
Oh
trap
yeah,
women.
dudes definitely do it. Absolutely. We
Ain't
think the
nobody,
same way.
hold on. Ain't nobody deny it.
We didn't argue that.
Nobody's gonna argue
Sherelle was making a point for the opposite side, that it happens on the opposite
it.
side more than we lend to in these conversations. I think that was the point. But no, what you said, Javon, is definitely true. Like, and that's probably more the majority of what we see than what Sherelle was saying. But Sherelle was pointing it out kind of on the opposite side, like, hey, let's balance this conversation a little bit. Women do have their intentions and their reasons for sticking around. I want to go with CJ on this next question. No, PJ. Let's go with PJ. The next question I have for y'all is dating detox necessary? And what can be gained by stepping back?
Boy, I know I can answer that one.
PJ,
Me
what you got?
too.
Yeah, I definitely think detox is necessary when you're feeling fatigued and everything. And what can be gained is like self-reflection, you know what I'm saying? Taking time to get your mind right, figure out what you really want, what you're really looking for, and yeah, like just figuring out like what your standards and your values is when you go back into the dating world looking for something, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. I
Oh,
like
and
that.
also another thing is getting back to like having regular conversations too. Like I feel like we gotten so far away from like regular foundational like communication. So also like tapping that part in too, because that's part of dating also. Like you have to be able to communicate what you want and what you're looking for. So yeah.
You
Good
think the
point, Peter.
detox will help people do that better?
Oh, what was that? I didn't hear you.
Do you think that the detox will help people do that better, to be able to communicate what they want better? You think that happens when people detox?
Yeah, most definitely. Like, I think when you take time with yourself to figure out like who you are and what you want and everything, you're better equipped to communicate that with another person.
Okay. Let's go with Sherelle. Is dating detox necessary, and what can be gained by stepping back?
Child, don't know me.
I know that question was on the glass for you. That was a Sherelle question. Go ahead, talk your
Get
shit.
out of the child. Opt out. Stop sitting in pissy water. Go ahead, clean yourself off. Just stop. Detox from it. Don't keep, you know what I'm saying? Don't keep ingesting in that bullshit. We need to
Mm-hmm.
detox everything. Detox our body, our mind, our spirit. Make detoxing a part of your life. But definitely detoxing,
Mm-hmm.
especially if you're not getting the results, you need to sit back and you need to have a moment of reflection. Okay, what are my standards? What am I looking for? What am I doing wrong? If you just in there for free food, you're probably winning. But if you're in there for something more, you need to have red flags. You need to have deal breakers. You need to have all of that ready. You need to know this is the type of man that I want. And then once you have that list of the man you want, think about what type of woman he want, and you need to become her, right? So my man is all this and all that. What's the woman he gonna be proud to put on his arm and become that, right? And that takes work, and you don't need to be being distracted by being just on these random dates with these random men trying to get free meals that you can afford yourself. Black women getting that coin now. You can afford to go to Ruth Chris. You know what I'm saying? But go on a diet, go to the gym, do whatever you gotta do to balance out your energy and just stay to yourself if you really truly looking for something real. Because just shifting through dudes on the internet and dating every other day it just seems like it's a circle, a loop. Like, detox, please get out of there.
Yep.
Now going back in, if
Mhm.
you are healed and you're focused and you got a real game plan, it can be beneficial for you to go back in. But until you get a real game plan, you're gonna get the same results, and that's insanity.
Hey, I just want to go. The only reason why I want to go next is because I want to bounce off. This is the reason why I fuck with Sherelle. See, I fuck with Sherelle. I only been on Disco platform and on the hand platform for 8-9 days. But hearing her talk, the reason why I fuck with her because a lot of what she said, I feel like it's vice versa. I feel like it's vice versa. And based on our platform and what in my personal platform, a lot of niggas ain't gonna feel that. They be like, damn, Bino done took it to a pick me nigga. But I'm not a pick me, but a lot what she I feel like that's vice versa.
Right.
I feel like men need to do that. I feel like men need to do exact. See, Sherelle speak on the women aspect, but a lot of what I listen to her with Sherelle, I strategy. No matter how much I cut people off, I listen first. And no matter how she said or what she say, a lot of what she say, I feel like it's vice versa, bruh. If men need to do the detox too, because
Okay. What does that look like
the
for a man?
caveat is the caveats is men don't want to hurt women. Men don't want to be considered an ain't shit nigga. But men don't look at it like how Sherelle is telling us right now in the audience how women should look at it. Men need to do that too. Men need to, because you know why I say men need to do that? Because I did it. You know what I'm saying? I expressed myself and explained myself on the Discord platform how I got where I got. You feel me? But it wasn't until I took the route of what she's saying. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, so I feel out like, damn, I turned into a king doing it this way.
So after your detox,
Because
what's the biggest difference you've noticed stepping back in?
The
Like, what has it done to
the
your perspective?
floodgates open.
Okay.
Moses split at the Red Sea for
Okay. Give
me.
me more. Give me more. What you mean? Walk it
I
down.
want
Nah,
I
Walk it
want
for
to
real.
down.
piggyback too. I
Yeah, give
want
me
to
give
But
me give
piggyback
me
off
some,
Sherelle.
yeah.
I'm
Make it
gonna
more
let them
tangible for
piggy.
the audience.
I'm gonna make it more tangible for the audience. Everything she said, men need to do it too. Period.
Right.
That's the most tangible.
But
So
with
what
you
I feel,
doing your detox, hold on, Saudi, I'm gonna pass the mic straight to you after I get clarity with Bino. So after your detox, after you did what Sherelle said,
I
what's
had
your new
women tell me,
perspective with women now?
I thought you were gay at one time because I denied
Hey
the
yo,
easy access that you gave me.
okay. I'm glad you added clarity because I was about to say,
You feel
motherfucker,
me? So
what?
then it tell me something about you. It tell me about us. What you told me is how us as men do. by a woman saying I ain't never had a gay bone in my body. You understand what I'm saying? Never. You feel what I'm saying? But for you to tell me just because I denied you the easy access that you're trying to provide to me, you thought I was what? That's crazy.
So you
Not
saying
knowing
that
that I'm going through a detox of baby mamas and kids. I'm going through a detox. I don't want to continue that cycle. I did that early. I'm 36. I did that early. I did all that shit in my 20s. You feel what I'm saying?
But so as you move, you gotta understand, as you move, if you're moving towards sexual discipline, you're gonna weed out the women who don't believe in sexual discipline, right? So if
That's
they
what I'm
can't
saying.
respect that you just trying to get to know them better, then you know where their mindset at anyway, right? So
That's what I'm
you're
saying.
so you're entering a whole new level of dating because you got these different type of standards now. So you don't worry about who falling off because it's like yeah, fall off, nigga. I
Yeah,
don't want that.
I don't worry about it. And I don't worry about it. I don't worry about it, real. Sherelle, I don't worry. When I start liking people, I give them nicknames. I don't know if they call you real, but Sherelle, that's what I'm saying. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. And Strata, Strata can stop me when he feel like I'm lying. Cause that's my confidant right there. That's my big that's my older neighborhood class schoolmate. You feel what I'm saying? That's my confidant. And so he know I'm not capping. I'm not gonna cap for the pod. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, he be like, bro, you got shit, nigga, you got, you feel what I'm saying? You can do what you want. But
that
what I
part.
wanted to do back in the day is not what I want to do today.
Right. And
You know what I'm
like you
saying?
said, that's why I wanted to push to give the audience clarity on what coming back from a detox looks like. Meaning, all right, so you step back, you made some corrections, now you back out here. Do you think that if you detox for too long, it can jade you? And hold on, before I ask that question, let's get Saudi in because I cut her off before I asked my question. So Saudi, what did you want to add before I go to my next question?
Are we all going to get to answer the initial question?
Yeah, I'll get to you, Scam, PJ, and Giovanna, and then I'll go to my next set of questions. But yeah, I wanted to walk down this path. This is interesting. Saudi, you there? Please stop watching the police. What happened?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now.
Oh no, I was just about to piggyback off of Sherelle. Like people who are, I call them like serial relationshipers, serial daters, because like it scares me for people who like don't take a break. Because if you never decompress, it's like, you know, when you're dating someone, you do pick up some habits, you do pick up some of their like, you know, mannerisms. So it's like people who constantly jump into a relationship, I feel like they don't have a sense of self. And if you don't have a sense of self, you do become susceptible to like bullshit, unfortunately.
Okay.
So yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
I like it. Scam, is dating detox necessary, and what could be gained from stepping back?
It's necessary when it's necessary. And detox is only one thing. It's just clearing out what's in your system. But if you go put the same garbage right back in, then what's the point of doing a detox? Two different scenarios. One time dating this one chick, which was a problem. Then dating this other one, was all right at first. Then she became a problem. Then I met another one who wasn't a problem. So I didn't need the detox. I just needed to go and date, get to the right person. Then I cleared the other ones I was dating. This one was pretty nice. Shout out to Walmart in Houston. Best place to find ladies. Met her in Walmart. But no, then there was another time, one I met in Kroger in Houston. Crazy about that woman. Became a girlfriend, and I was all crazy about that one. And it didn't work, and then I was just crazy. But
so that's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, I was thinking this person I'm gonna marry. So I was all messed up. And I'm like, I gotta hurry up and go get me somebody to replace this before I lose my mind. But I took my same crazy self out there, and I met two good, decent ones and scared both of them away within a matter of a couple weeks. It wasn't a surprise. I knew why they ran off. I scared them away. I know. But I should have detoxed. But hey, I'm crazy. That woman was special. So I had to listen to some Keisha Cole CDs and some Brian McKnight. write some poems and
So you had to get back, had to bounce back. I like
First
that.
of all, Keisha Cole was crazy to listen to. That's crazy. But anyway, I fuck with you though, Scam.
Yeah, facts. I think we got Javonna. I think PJ already answered this question. I remember his answer was pretty solid.
I ain't answered the damn question.
I know I was waiting on you two. Y'all two heathens. Damn. Javonna, is dating detox necessary? And what can be gained by stepping back?
So yeah, I think it is very important to detox that. To take a step back and refocus on what you want. Like you said, if you're gonna detox and take that out, definitely don't put the same thing back in, or go for the same person that was giving you the same thing that you detoxing from. So that is important. And I'm just gonna leave it there because I feel like CJ gonna yeah.
Yeah, we got to make room for CJ. All right, CJ, the runway is yours, big dog. Pull out the 40. Please don't hit him with the chop. We got a few more videos and questions.
All right, so, yes, first part of the question is dating detox necessary? Absolutely. What did I gain from it? All right, so boom. I was in a serious relationship with the mother of my child for a hot minute, and then we broke up in 2017. I told myself after I boohoo and cried for a fucking almost 3-day drive back from California to North Carolina, I said, I ain't dating nobody. I ain't getting no relationships. And I knew because I ain't been in North Carolina, I left North Carolina like the beginning of 2011 to join the army. So when I got back, that was my first time really being back in North Carolina. So when people found out I was back, you already know, like Bino said, the floodgates was open just for me being back in North Carolina. Folks ain't seen me since then. When I left, I was 5'11", 175 pounds. I came back 6'2" and 200 pounds. Still fucking army fed at that point. But I didn't want to fuck with nobody. I was like, I ain't dating nobody. I ain't doing this and that third. I'm chilling. I'm about to like get a job, do some school shit. I'm like, I'm dealing with me for a hot minute. I told myself I was gonna do it for 2 years. So by the end of 2017, I was gonna do it for 2 years, and that shit lasted till about the end of 2020, right before when COVID was kind of like going crazy. Like it was already like about to become a thing. When I finally got in that relationship, I learned from that time frame that I wasn't in a relationship, the shit that I realized like, oh, I could have been doing this. I could have been like bettering my health. I should have been thinking this way. I need to move this way. I need to talk this way when I'm with women, blah, 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 blah. Like majority of my friends are females anyway. So I learned just from being around them during that time frame. These are women that I'm around a lot, but I'm not dating. I'm not fucking them. I'm just around them a lot. So I'm learning a lot from just that. And in that time frame, I learned a lot of things that I probably should have did better in that relationship that I was in. Things that I was doing good that I need to do more of, or things that I wasn't doing that I need to do in general for the next woman. So in that time frame, I actually learned myself and learned what to do to be a better person for the next woman. These people that don't do that, they get in like they said, get into one relationship, like Savon, Sadia said, get into one relationship to another one, to another, to another one. You ain't took time to like kill yourself in that past one. You bringing the last shit to the new shit. You about to burn them. Now they about to go through. They gonna leave their relationship with you while you go to the next person and burn them too. So you got to learn that dating the detox is highly necessary. You got to really mentally clean yourself. But like Sam said, you can't just clear yourself from that. You got to also rewire and rebuild your mentality from that past shit to know how to be a better person for the next person.
All right, go ahead, Sherelle.
No, and what I want to say is the time that you take work. So it's like this, like say your TV breaks and you let it sit around the house for a year. That motherfucker ain't fixed, okay? So be actually putting the work in, you know what I'm saying? So it's like they always thinking about like, well, when do you get back in the game? When you're fully equipped to go back into the game. Heal up, heal correctly, and make sure you're reflecting and doing what you need to be doing. So if you need listen, I need a year just to recover. Then I'm gonna start reflecting in year 2. Then in year 3, that's when I'm gonna start getting a better game to go back in the system. And I'm gonna go back in year 4 or however long. It's like the first 2 months I'm doing this, the first 3, have a game plan. But in the beginning, some of it is just I'm just gonna sit here and cry for the next 3 months because niggas ain't shit, bitches ain't shit. However you feel it, you know what I'm saying? And trust your process and allow yourself to have that. Because a lot of times we don't like ourselves and we don't want to be alone. You know what I'm saying? And then you wonder why shit ain't gonna work. You don't even like you.
And once again, to base off Sherelle's point, you better make sure you really ready because the game is wicked. It ain't no motherfucking, it ain't no tea party. This shit ain't no fucking tea party. This shit wicked. So you better be emotionally equipped. And I'm bouncing off what she said. Like she right. When you get back in the game, no, this shit wicked. So you gotta have an emotional intelligence. You gotta have a mental intelligence to know, so you won't get fatigued. So you won't put in no questions that you said. You put too much emotional shit into it in dating. Like emotional shit shouldn't go into dating. Emotional shit should go into the people that you decide to commit with, and they committed with you.
Right.
But dating shouldn't be a fucking emotional. It should be fun. It used to be fun before our time. That shit used
But
to be fun.
Sherelle hit on something heavy though. It's a lot of these people don't like their self. And I think that's something that like you really have to take a consideration in, because a lot of people don't like themselves. So it'd be like a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I'm just still trying to marinate a lot of people don't like themselves, because that shit is heavy when you think about it.
What do you mean? Tell me more.
Because when you don't like yourself, it's just like you become susceptible to a lot of bullshit. Then not only do you become susceptible to a lot of bullshit, you in return,
Project
what's the word?
yourself
How
on
they say
people.
it? Hurt people.
Project yourself.
All right, so I got a question for y'all. We talking about people not liking themselves, people detoxing. My question to you is, we know that a detox is a release or removal of something that's a part of you to make yourself better. For the people that y'all think need the detox, my question is, how do they know what needs to go, and how do they know what needs to stay? Anybody can answer.
What do you keep on running into? That's for one. Like,
not stopping your relationship.
Yeah, give us an example, Strata.
No,
Give us
I
an
ain't giving no
example.
example.
If you
Hell no.
okay,
I'm not
can I say
giving
this
y'all
then?
baby
Can I say
food shit. I
this?
just gave you the state. No,
I,
think.
I respect that. I respect that. So you coming across a
She got
consistent
the
cheater.
answers.
Let's
My
say
fellow
that.
Steelers fan has an answer. Let her go while y'all
Okay.
figure it out.
Yeah, let me know when I can go. I'll wait.
Hey, I just want to say 49 game real quick. I'm actually watching the game. Don't look like that, Bino.
Let me see what's going on.
But now I would say, so something that Shada, that you asked about detoxing, I would just say, just for personal experience. All right, so something that we knew that needed to be detoxed was the man himself needing to become better with the mental health part on their side of the house, and expressing that, and dealing with the whatever mental challenges. Like, some people don't like to talk about their mental health. So that was something that we know that we kind of got to flush out. So how I did that, I created that space for the individual to be able to talk about it, so they can start like flushing out stuff like that and make them feel comfortable without like any type of judgment or anything like that. So it's kind of how that was just like one example of identifying something that needed to be, addressed and talked about or whatever. Not flushing out their mental health all, overall, but the stuff that they was holding them back. Open that space up for them to be able to have those conversations. Most African American men don't like to have those mental health conversations and stuff like that. So it created that space, opening that area so they can talk about it and dump and have healthier conversations mentally wise.
I got a question for you, Javonna. In your
Oh, God.
example, is that someone that you're currently with? And if so, I'm gonna be delicate, but I do have a question. Okay. Well, taking it
Hold
off
on.
of
Is
you.
somebody she currently with?
Yeah,
Which one she answered?
that's what I just got
Okay.
clarity for. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
All right.
do you think that? First off, let me say I'm glad you're doing it. Do you think that the work should have been done prior to getting back with you, though?
Yes, and I felt like I think they did some work, because one, if they were able to actually identify it, to actually bring
That's
it to the
fair.
forefront, and felt comfortable with having that conversation with me, that lets me know you did some work. So I'll just help you carry that baton across the finish line.
I like it. Okay, dope. I appreciate that clarity. I just want to add that. Let's go with Scam. I want to hear your perspective on this.
Repeat the question. I just want to make sure I don't go out of bounds.
Yeah, you good. So the people that are detoxing, the people that have to actually do the work, how do they know what needs to be detoxed and what needs to stay? How do they know exactly what should be detoxed?
I usually don't like to be Johnny Pessimism, but I have to say that most people don't.
Okay. Yeah,
they don't detox. They just run back Their detoxing is actually, it becomes another form of the same problem. I'm gonna stop paying for these dates because you know how these hoes is. That's their detox.
Scam that bullshit.
No, he
Nah,
talking real. He talking
No,
real.
nah,
no.
Let,
nah.
let him finish.
I'm
Let him
messing
finish.
with you,
Or the
Scam. I
woman
wish you
say,
was just.
or the woman saying, well, the next man, he got to do this. He got to. Anytime a woman says he got to, no. Anytime a dude leads with these women, no. That's already saying they're off track. Because it's supposed to be me in the mirror. I'm going to do this to be a better person. And the person I see is a person I believe in. I just got to connect with the other person out there. How do I find them? How do I keep being better at being myself anyway? Or, hey, what did I do wrong? And
Okay, let's
yeah,
stay. Let's
those
stay
very things.
there. Yeah, let's stay
But
there.
sometimes it's a fake detox.
Right. And so my question was, how do people know that needs to detox what stays and what goes? How do you know if you're the person that's doing the introspective work? How do you know what goes and what stays during your
Let me
detox
For
period?
me, for my personal experience, I feel like I feel like I ran into a lot of people who like had mommy issues. So for me, like with my son dad, it just I had to do the detox and take a look in the mirror because I had to realize my own issues. And when I did that, I had to realize like, I'm adopted. So in reality, I had my own mother issues. So I start to like, process why I ran into these people, why I connected with these people. And like I said, a lot of it could be like childhood traumas, trauma bonding, whatever the case could be. So like I don't know, like once I took that self evaluation, it just I don't know, like I can't explain it. Like I just had to evaluate a lot. And when I evaluated, it was just like I understood why I connected with certain people. So once you evaluate and you realize that I think you can process it in real time, that a lot of it is like you really need powerful discernment.
And you
Okay.
know what? I just want to say something because you know what I'm saying. We a family from Discord to your shit. You know what I'm saying? But like, she can stop me when I'm doing too much. I ain't gonna do too much for the audience. But I had a conversation with Saudi. Me and Saudi talked one time. You feel me? About and what she's saying now is what I was trying to tell her then. Rest in peace to that man. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
rest in peace. I was trying to tell her then, is and maybe it don't click for her. Maybe I didn't say it the right way, but that's what I was trying to. I be watching. I watch all the people I got. You know what I'm saying? Love for. I watch. I'm like, damn. Everything I see what Saudi is seeing now is what I was trying to tell her before. What happened to that man happened to that man. Because baby mamas get mad at baby daddies. Baby daddies get mad at baby mamas. It's this and this and that. I'm like, oh, you feel me? It's like, look at it like this,
So
and go ahead though. I'm sorry.
so you think that the detox might be linked to your childhood and maybe childhood trauma? Is that what I'm hearing from Saudi? That's a good way to know what to pull back from and what to detox from. All right, y'all. Don't get too quiet on me.
You as a Saudi. I think that was for Saudi to talk about.
Yeah, she's muted.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm gonna say this, like, it's crazy because a lot of us got hindsight. A lot of we all know what hindsight means. Like discernment is foresight. Discernment is nothing but foresight. Discernment is paying attention to to things before the results happen. That's all discernment is. It's foresight. But on another note, it's not hindsight. And I hate that a lot of us go through hindsight situations.
That's
So
fair.
when do we get to a point where we pay attention to the foresight?
That's
If
fair.
they don't have hindsight, how would they have foresight?
Exactly.
Most people,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
right?
saying,
Most people
Scan. That's
create
what
a
I'm saying,
problem,
Scan.
suffer through the problem, then incorrectly blame the problem on the white man or the red pill or single mom. So they never identified the problem to begin with, before the
Right,
fact or after the
but
fact.
what I'm
Then they go
saying
back and do
is
the same thing.
Let him finish,
identify.
Bino. Let him finish cooking. Give him a second.
No, the first problem solving, which we lack critical thinking and problem solving, two major skills, definitely needed by men. They say they want to be leaders. And women's too. They do it too. But most people false identify the problem. What went wrong in a relationship? What went wrong and what's wrong with me? Most common you hear in these spaces, 80% of it got to do with somebody else. It's the market, it's the women's, it's the men's, it's the dog, it's the white man, it's somebody else. Then they go and show you the very problem that they have as they're talking. And women or men's are like, who in the hell would want to date this? And they don't fix the
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
The
I
problem
don't.
is
I
people don't
don't
know how
have an
to process.
answer.
Let's go. Let's go. Hold on, y'all. Let's go Saudi, then Sherelle, because she was going to answer the original question.
Yeah, y'all go
And then
ahead.
we'll get
Y'all
to
go ahead.
Bino.
I don't know. I feel like Bino had got me choked up for a second, but I just feel like people don't know how to process shit in real time. That's where the disconnect is. So it's like when you go through certain situations and you find yourself in those situations, people don't know how to process it and to make changes in real time. So over time, it just get pushed to the side.
I can
So when you
agree.
constantly push your shit to the side, it's like nothing is ever being solved. You're always going to look at something else as being a problem, when reality is you're the problem.
Mm,
And people don't want to accept it.
That's a bar. I like that. I like that. That goes perfectly with the question. I'm going to re-ask it to Sherelle. Sherelle, how would someone, while detoxing, know what to detox and what to keep? How would they know the difference?
You don't know, so you detox from everything. Like, detoxing is bigger than what people think it's just something small. Detox from everything. Stop eating the food you're eating. I would say water fast, but everybody's not that equipped, but try to focus on that fast. Social media detoxes, especially that. Take
Parenting.
stop watching, listening to the music, don't watch the movies, don't watch, take away all programming from your own mind. Go into a quiet place, a dark room, and sit with your thoughts and let them eat you up. And the ones that hurt the most, write them down. That's all you need. You need to be sitting alone with yourself, and then everything that you think you're going through is gonna come in your mind. And as it comes through, let it flow. Don't restrict it. Write it down. Go through that whole process. Ask yourself, do I like who I am? Why do I accept this? If I need to go to therapy, if I need to go to healing, it'll all the answers will start to come to you. So the detox is from everything. Shut the whole world down. Come and focus on being 100% there from you. Because you're probably crying over somebody who didn't love you right whole time. You not loving yourself right. And you got a
Absolutely.
little girl or a little boy inside of you crying, wishing you would love them like you loving the motherfuckers in the world. Wishing you would love them like you love your job. Wishing you love them like you love the attention that you getting and all this outside validation that you getting. They got something inside of you that's crying, saying, yo, I'm broken and I need that love and I need that attention. That's also the little person inside of you who will actually self-sabotage good things that come into your life, right? So you gotta get right with you. So when you detox, throw it all away. Go get lost somewhere. Go out in nature. Go find a forest. Go find like a natural body of water. Jump in it and just sit there alone. You don't need your mama, your best friend. Shut it all out and just be like, yo, what's going on?
Hey, that's the motherfucking goat right there. That's the goat of women right there. In my life, I ain't what the next meetup we do. I ain't go back to Houston. I'm coming to the next one just to meet her. That's the fucking goat, man. That's the goat for real. Y'all bullshitting. That's the goat.
But the biggest thing that Sherelle said though is that shit ain't gonna be comfortable.
It
It's not
ain't.
gonna be comfortable. When you detox, that shit is like detoxing off of like perks or something. It's gonna fuck you up. Like, because you're gonna, like you said, you're dealing with trauma that you never talked about, that affected you when you was a 5-year-old girl or a 5-year-old boy. Like, so is you're gonna have to really prepare yourself. And when you detox off of the music, you don't have to detox necessarily like off of music altogether, but you can put on some more high frequency music. So yeah.
I
Sherelle
like it.
definitely be hitting on it.
I like it, y'all. We got about 6 more minutes before we play the outro video. So I think so let me start with my reflections. I'm gonna give everybody the floor, the mic one more time before we get up out of here. First off, I appreciate all y'all up here, everybody in the chat. The support is beautiful, man. It's been a great conversation. I love it when I don't get to all my questions and videos because that means that we're really doing the work and what was asked was meant to be asking the question. So I appreciate y'all, man. I love it when I can't get through all my questions and vids. Y'all know I overloaded anyway, so it's all good. Pause. Let's go around. Let's do this round robin. And once we get off, I'm gonna talk some shit to Bino about them Cowboys because I know they losing. Don't tell me different if they not. They losing. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Peaches. I mean Giovanna.
No, Giovanna, you said something, Giovanna. See, that's why, bro. You know that man 03, you know we 05, right?
Let me be know.
You know
Yeah.
we
Whole
05, he
lot of
03,
04
right?
shit. Yeah,
I
whole lot
know.
of
I mean
I'm
04
sorry.
shit.
04, 04. I'm sorry, 04. You
Whole
know he
lot of
04,
04
we 05,
shit.
right?
I'm
That
sorry.
part.
I do better.
That
All
shit
right, let's
crazy, bro.
go. We're gonna start from the bottom of the panel. We're gonna go around. One of y'all get our final thoughts, and then we're gonna get up out of here. Let's start with Scam Likely. Based on the show, and the way we do it is the SPS. We started with the statistics. We brought down the problem. We always end with the solution. So I need your final statement to end with the solution to dating fatigue, dating detox, and all of the things we discussed tonight. What do you got for us, Scam?
I love solutions, and I can say a solution and not get kicked off, so that's cool. 2 words. Then you're not gonna hear it ever talked about in these spaces. Relationship skills. What skills are actually needed by a man and a woman to maintain a relationship? Is most of it 60, 70% of it is communication. There's setting examples, there's discipline, there's focus, there's love, there's good character. But we spend so much time arguing about the junk, $400 dates and junk. 5%, if even, talking about the actual solution and the things that need to be worked on. And somehow relationships got to do with money and all this other stuff. Detox from the garbage, get to relationship skills. That's all I got.
I like it. I like it a lot, 100%. Also, I just want to give my apologies. I think that I probably should have made more room for the solution part, but good conversation
No,
nonetheless.
it's
Man,
all
we got a
good.
lot of people listening. Bless up, brother. Let's go with CJ. Solutions, what you got?
Oh man, for this dating fatigue, man, my solution is if you got a bad relationship that really hit, if it didn't hit you hard like that, you probably still should pause for a second and try to reevaluate yourself. Because if it ended, it was some part of it had something to do with you, not just the other person. But if you went through a really bad one, you really need to sit the fuck down. You need to go get yourself together, detox, clear out your system mentally, physically, emotionally, and learn what you could have done better, how to be better. And by the time you actually get into the next relationship, you're probably a way better person than what you were in the past. One more thing outside that, man, when you get into that part where you start back dating, learn to dissect people's brains. Ask those questions, really get to know them. If you've been talking and chopping up with them for like 3, 4, 5 weeks, months, and you still don't know their favorite color, you ain't doing the work. So definitely dissect their brains and get to know them before you actually just try to sleep with them and whatnot. And just at that point, you fucking strangers. So detox. And once you get to that point, you're ready to date again, learn to dissect people before you really go and get too serious.
I like it. Let's go with Giovanna. What you got for the solutions? What we doing?
So I say solution wise, pretty much what the two guys already said before me. But exercise emotional intelligence and emotional discipline. I think that's a big part of it too. But genuinely take the time to know what makes you happy, and genuinely take the time to know what makes the other person happy, because there can be two different things. But just hold yourself accountable to the relationship skills and stuff that you actually bring into the relationship as well.
I like it. I like it a lot. Saudi, what you got for solutions for dating fatigue and detoxing? What are your solutions?
For dating fatigue and detoxing, I feel like one of my solutions is to like definitely just do the work. Like if that is doing some shadow work, learning your triggers, just learning you. I feel like moving forward, like CJ and Giovanna said, you'll be able to dissect a lot more of what's for you and what's not. So yeah.
Like it a lot. I like a lot. Sherelle, what you got? Solutions.
First of all, great show. I'm
Thank you.
only late because
Bless.
he told me He told me Eastern time, and he know I'm in Central.
I'm ready to go to Discord after
You
this.
know,
I'm
I would
ready.
have been on time. But
My bad. Pardon yourself, Sherelle.
you have great people over here. Like the women over here are great. The men over here are great. Y'all are respectful. I love the conversation. I love the dialogue. Like it was an amazing show. I felt good. You know, I've been around the block, so I'm loving it here, and I love these women. Okay, protect them. Slaughter.
We be trying. Sadia be having her
Protect
moments.
them.
We pick her back up.
Yeah, let her have her moments because we
Always.
all
I'm
need to
going
be heard.
crazy behind
Always.
these women. I'm going
Nah,
I
for
was
crazy.
gonna say
real.
not too much on me, CJ.
You know, my solution would just be very self-centered. Make sure you are what you're looking for, right? So you want somebody loving, healed, whole. So be a loving, healed, whole person. Get you some principles, stick to them, have your standards, set it, then add a little tax to it. You know what I'm saying? Because they pay taxes everywhere else, so make them pay taxes for you too. You know, and that's universal. But you know, definitely just focus on being the best person that you can be, and making sure you have good discernment and you're focused on what you want, and you have reasonable outcomes.
I love it. I love it. PJ, what you got for solutions, brother?
Yeah, the main thing is just recognizing that everything starts with self first. Before you can get right with somebody else, you got to get right with yourself first. That's mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Set your standards and your values and lead with that. Lead with yourself, not external things. If you got to do your detox, uh, as you look back on your past experiences, just try to see if there's a pattern. What did you like? What did you not like? The reason why, if there's a root to it, because a lot of the way that we operate is based off of our upbringing and the environment we grew up in. And uh, and you're evaluating not just whoever you was dealing with, you're evaluating yourself also. So if there was something that was going right, hey, how can I lean more into this? Whatever you didn't like, how can I go about this in a more productive, positive manner the next time I try to do this dating thing? And just keep a positive mindset and remember positive energy activates constant elevation.
That's a bar. I like that. I like that a lot. Bino, what you got? Solutions, brother.
You know, when we do this pod, we ultimately talking to the audience. So amongst what all the other panelists said, take everything that they said, and then let me bring you home to a simpler in terms. Fatigue, dating fatigue. Fatigue means tired. Physically, when you run for a long time and you're tired, what do? You take a break. You take a breather, right? So in simpler terms, physically, what I'm saying is you run for a long time, you get tired, you take a break, you take a drink of water, you breathe, you take a break. Same thing with dating fatigue. If in dating fatigue, to compare it to getting tired when you run and you take a break, if you find yourself the hard person to get along with, if you find yourself the hard person to date, that means you're tired. That means you need to take a break. And so what I'm saying is what all the other panelists said, but I'm breaking it down for the audience in very simple terms. When you find yourself hard to date, when you find yourself hard to get along with the opposite sex, take a break. Like everybody else done said in great intellectual terms, but I'm giving it to you real simple. You're tired. Take a break. It's just like when you run for a long time, you have to take a break. You have to take a drink of water. It's like when you talk a long time, you got to pick up the cup. You got to take a drink to hydrate your throat. Pause. You feel what I'm
Thank you.
saying?
Thank you.
But I never let that go off like that. You know, that's crazy. But what I'm saying is when you get fatigued, it's the same thing with dating fatigue, like physical fatigue. When you get tired, so I'm comparing it to getting tired to being get you you're hard to get along with the opposite sex. That's man or female, man or woman. I'm sorry, man or woman. You're hard to get along with. You're hard to date. You're hard to get to know. That means you're tired, and that means you need to take a break. Just like if you ran 6 miles, you need to take a break on the 6.1 mile. Take a break, get a drink of water, breathe, and then run again once you get your energy back. That's my
like it.
solution.
Um, Trying to find something that hasn't been said. All of that was beautiful, man. I'm trying to find a different angle. It's kind of hard to, because I think that y'all have kind of tapped in directly. I think my advice would be, um, once you do step back from the fatigue, I think that a true evaluation has to happen with honesty. Now, this is what I would challenge people to do. If you have exes that you're at least cordial with, some of the best answers lie in the very people that you're trying to get away from. An ex that doesn't owe you anything, that you have a healthy rapport with, they're going to tell you exactly about yourself. Now, take it with a grain of salt, but sometimes you got to go to places you haven't been to get the honest answers that you still seek. Because if you had the answer, you would be doing better already. So you're going to have to take some unconventional routes or some unconventional routes to get back to your truth. It's a lot of work done in itself, but those around you that love you and care about you, they should care enough to be honest with you. But you have to charge them to that. Why? Because we love our friends, we love our family. It's so easy to, it wasn't you, it was them. No, you have to force people that love you to give you a true assessment of yourself. Start there. Step one is done. Step two, you now have to come to terms with who was in the mirror now wasn't who was in the mirror then. So you have to be willing to be malleable on your expectations moving forward. What you did didn't work. Stop doing it. What you attracted wasn't good for you. Stay away from it. But detoxing and getting right back on what you detoxed off of is going to lead to more problems. With an elevated mind has to come an elevated expectation, and you have to be seeking something that was more than what you were prior to the detox, prior to the break. Because if you come off the break on the same bullshit, you might get the same outcome. It's going to hurt a lot worse because you've done the work, but you're still seeking people that haven't. So I would challenge you after you've done the work to ensure that when you reintroducing yourself, you're finding people that match more with who you're trying to be and what you've done, not where you were. So on top of changing who you are, make sure you change what you're looking for. Be realistic, give the same grace you gave yourself, but don't take on nobody else's problems. It doesn't make sense for you to do the detox work only to get with someone that you know needs to do that work. Allow them space to do the same. If you're already past the point where y'all together, be that help. You know what I'm saying? Be that help for them. If you love them and y'all already there, again, we're talking to people that are in totally different walks of life. Some people are in relationships, new ones. Some people are still dating. So I'm trying to speak to all of you all. But if you've done the work and you've healed yourself, you with someone that still needs to do so, give them the grace because you needed it. Be the grace that you wanted for yourself. But go out with a different mentality. Also, you have to lose the echo chambers of negativity. If you have done the work and you're around people that still hold the mentality that didn't work for you, you got to cut that shit out. You have to give them the pushback. You have to be the change that they want to inspire to be. So that'd be my advice. Again, I love you all, appreciate you all. Y'all are welcome back anytime, man. I'm gonna keep dropping them stream y'all links,
And
man.
let me say one thing.
What
This
you
is a
got?
community. Y'all are not a part of this space. Y'all are not that space. So I'm
Thank
never gonna
you.
call this space no more that space.
Yeah,
So it's
Scam
either
got that
you're a
shit
part
off
of
3
this
times.
community or you're a part of that space. Y'all are this community, okay? Not that space.
Salute.
Okay?
I agree with that, and I wanted to say one more thing too for SPS. For SPS, I want to say one. Now I really want to say this, and I know I'm not getting them here myself because I know whatever I say, I know. I already we know. I just want to say this: we've been gone for a long time. People been commenting. Listen, I want the people that been commenting, the people that been tuning in from my platform. I want y'all to keep tuning in. And I already done talked about this with Strata. We're going to include y'all more into y'all comments and what y'all say because I don't want y'all to think y'all just looking just to looking or listening to listen. We're gonna start including y'all questions, y'all concerns, because we talk to the audience on SPS. So when our audience talk to us, we're gonna make sure that we do better in talking back to y'all. I just want to say that.
Oh yeah. Because like you said, we do have multiple streams going, and I'm gonna talk with being on the back channel about getting a lot of your comments and your thoughts from the people that are on your side to
Yeah.
get them to where we can get them to actually
Yeah, I just
show.
don't want them to feel neglected. My people
Oh
know how I
yeah.
feel about my
That wasn't
people.
on Bino. That
You
wasn't
know what I'm
on
saying?
Bino.
My people
Yeah,
know
that
how I
wasn't on
feel,
Bino.
and I just had to say this because a lot of people, a lot of shit from my community get blamed on me, and I just want to
Yeah,
say
that wasn't
to
on
my
you, bro.
people, we're going to engage more with y'all comments, y'all questions. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say that on for SPS, and I know I have the right to say that
Yeah.
via Strata. we gonna
Yeah,
work
yeah,
on
you
that. You feel
good.
me?
Yeah, we're gonna find
Yeah.
a way to link it. And the best way to do it, this is a great segue. Like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I know y'all
Facts.
love being on Facebook. He be up there wilding like a motherfucker. But get your ass on YouTube. The
That's
comments
a
pop
fact.
up every time in StreamYard. So the
That's a
best way to
fact.
come back getting your voice heard, join the channel,
That's a
subscribe,
fact.
leave a
That's a
comment,
fact.
show
That's a
love.
fact. That's a
Right? We
fact. I
love
ain't gonna
y'all on
keep talking to
Facebook.
y'all. And on
Yeah.
hindsight, I said what I said, but like Stratus said, don't like, share, and subscribe. Well, fuck you then. I'm gonna just keep it real. You know what I'm
Talk heavy. But again, man,
saying?
it's been real. I appreciate you all. To all my panelists, everyone has commented, tuned in. All love, man. To the next time. Again, Statistics Problem Solutions, SPS. We out.